Hello and welcome to the Rise of Omega. I am your Dungeon Master, Sky, and we have our players with us today. We don't usually do player intros. Do you guys want to do player intros?
Yeah, go on.
Sure. No.
Oh, never mind.
Well,
All right, we won't do player intros. Fine. We got a bunch of players. I don't know. We've been playing for about 3 years, and streaming wise, I think we're on session like 10 or something like that. 15, somewhere in there.
has it been that many?
So we don't have any new things to talk about other than just the fact that we're streaming. You may notice that we've been streaming less. That's because we're getting into the summer and every one of us is fucking busy. So just deal with that. We're probably going to be going to more like once a month, somewhere in there when we do the actual, the stream. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out when the right time is to introduce our new intro thing that we have now. I guess I'd do that now. So, yeah, here's an intro.
1,000 years ago, the evil Queen Omega ruled all of Amios. The Queen struck a deal with Orcus to wreak havoc upon the world in exchange for immortality. In her quest to become goddess by any means necessary, she summoned armies and brought forth demonic champions to rule with a fist of fire. However, a young hero named Frederick Envelshoulder formed the First Order of the Scourge Blades, a band of heroes from all walks of life who wanted to make a difference in the world. Together, they imprisoned Omega for all eternity. Centuries of peace followed, and mighty realms have emerged, but so has Omega's will to return. In this, the third age of Amios, a new group of heroes now stands against her. Their quest? To prevent the rise of Omega.
All right, now we're unmuted. All right. I should have unmuted and switched. That's okay.
Yay.
That's good. Yeah, so that's what everything's about. But to recap last time on the Rise of Omega, you guys arrived in Allkey by way of Hippogriff. Which you recently acquired for insanely cheap from a bunch of orcs that had no idea how much they're actually worth. And then you flew over the sort of fields and forests that you would have had to traverse on foot to get to Allkey. You notice a horde of zombies heading towards the recently orc garrisoned tower that also had some Imperial scout troops and battalions heading from the south, where the orcs are also currently garrisoned. So who knows how that's going to go. You arrived in Allkey, put your griffins in the stable and or hippogriffs in the stable, and then started taking in the city, as it were. You looked for a place to stay, kind of get acquainted. You found the Kind Lion Ale House, a dwarf bartender named Callahand Rustybeard greeted you at the front. You ran into an old friend in Bryn Mauer, who happened to be there. Bryn explained to you that he was there because he was originally when you guys met Bryn, he was employed by Goldwyn Holdwell from Dwenfield, and he was there with Goldwyn for a dinner thing. The night you met him would have been the next night, which would have been now tonight. But there's a dinner thing he's guarding Goldwyn Holdwell for. You also found out that there was an arena in town, and being that there was no reason not to go fight in the arena, you went and fought in the arena. Defeated a series of fairly easy monsters to defeat, and banked some gold in the process.
You're welcome.
Most of us did.
Most of you did. Yes, that's right. So it was a limit of 4 for a party that could fight in the arena. So Ono was gambling, the rest of you were fighting, and Lubanzi made her way to to find the one-on-one combat champion of the arena. After asking around, found a rather seedy bar that was positioned under the in the basement of a pawn shop in the exchange district of Allkey. He was talking to somebody about some alternative forms of entertainment. Lubanzi availed herself to accompany Grok, the champion, on this excursion into the seedier parts of the city, and enjoyed a questionably moral show.
Well, questionably moral for the fact that we couldn't put it on YouTube.
Yeah. Mostly, it was consensual. I don't know. Goat seemed to have a good time. That's all I'll say about it. And that's where we find ourselves now. Lubanzi is currently still in the exchange district. You guys have just finished wrestling with T-Rex in the arena. Nameless Ones, what you'd like to do?
Before we start, I want to point out I can polymorph into a T-Rex now.
Well,
You're welcome. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Thank you.
Now you get to polymorph into a T-Rex.
I would like to.
We're getting feedback?
Feedback.
I don't know.
Shouldn't be anyway. We're getting feedback.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend to know things.
No, there's no feedback.
No, we got a new follower already. Dad's Garage.
Thanks, Ben.
I'll take a listen to the stream while we're talking.
I would like to make a sending to Twig.
Okay. What would you like to say?
I would like to say that I'm in Allkey currently and might have a faster way of grabbing you. Where are you currently? If I can't get you, there will be a room at
The Gilded Lion?
the Gilded Lion.
Okay.
Oh, I remembered that.
The Kind Lion.
The Kind Lion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was a lion.
You wait for a moment, you hear... what was my voice for Twig? I don't even remember. I think we're almost Allkey anyway. We just ran around a tower with a bunch of zombies. It was crazy. But we're about 2 hours from Allkey, so I guess we'll meet you there.
Okay.
He's just like a little out of breath, like he's been fucking booking it.
Yeah.
Coins on his back, tabaxi fucking full strength. Okay, I'm gonna check out the audio here real quick.
Yeah, Ben said that it immediately disappeared.
Loud intermittent buzzing sound.
Oh.
Loud
There's another
intermittent buzzing sound.
It's Amy.
Let me go pop the headphones on and see what I'm hearing.
Sorry about this.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. We'll figure this out in a second.
There's something, right?
A weird day, y'all. Some star shit happening or something.
While our main show isn't going on, we will now have you entertained by Ace while he beatboxes.
Oh, you know, I had this over a cord, which could cause issues. I had this directly.
That would be enough to do it.
If it's receiving signals and receiving messages, a buzz will.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been getting messenger
I guess that's fine.
notifications, so might be me. And I was typing that, so.
I don't know. It just doesn't always happen.
No, absolutely.
It's a rare thing, but.
Oh, that's how it goes.
As my phone is, my iPad is also on silent at all times. It's definitely not me.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually turn my iPad.
I'm not hearing anything dramatic.
Right.
It's just
Intermittent.
very noisy,
Okay.
just in general.
Yeah.
That's the dramatic piece.
Oh wow, we have 7 viewers.
Hey.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
That's how it goes.
Kids.
Cute.
All right, let me turn all of this down to sounds.
So I turned down gains overall.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll have to get closer to the mics.
I think that was already a thing.
Yeah.
That's better.
Okay, perfect.
It kind of bugs me how
A little bit.
Apple iPads, you don't have a lot of control over specific app notifications.
Really?
Yeah.
You should.
Because it was maybe, I don't know. But because I realized if I got a call
Check 1, 2.
on Discord.
I must
Check
ask you
3,
a
4.
question.
I'm hearing it on the stream, so I gotta wait.
Oh, hi. I'm right next to the mic. How's that?
I realized recently
You touch my shroud,
it would ring.
Great. My ding ding dong.
Most things got quiet, and so I had to turn off like all notifications basically.
Let's see.
So if you missed the beginning of this, we will be putting this on YouTube
Yeah.
at some point.
That's
So
not
yeah.
shit.
Is that better?
That's way better. Yeah. I didn't hear anything specifically like crazy.
Oh,
It was just
that's
generally a little bit noisy. But we're back. All right.
Okay.
So Twig replies and says he's going to be in Allkey in about 2 hours.
All right.
Like by that evening. If he has to take any other diversions, he might be 3 hours.
Okay.
If he runs into more zombies that he's got to run around or something like that. But according to him, he's thinking around 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's late evening at the moment.
This is currently like directly after the goat show and
Yes.
Okay, so it's all
Yes.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're staying over at the Lion, not Gilded Lion, the
The Kind Lion Ale House. Yeah.
Kind Lion Ale House.
Kind
Right.
So I'm going to scoop all the gold iron back into my bag of holding and then just go back, ching, ching, ching.
All right. What do you got the rest of you guys doing?
I finger gun everybody, just like, good job, guys. Thanks for the money.
Lubanzi will finish up with Grok. Wish him. Yeah. No, because he wasn't interested in that. But
No.
hey, he did give me a gold medal, so.
There you go. So you've got your convinced prize in your
Yes.
possession.
I have had a very lovely evening. Interesting. I'm gonna make my way back to the Gilded Lion and
Kind
find, or not.
I kept on saying Gilded Lion.
Okay, yeah.
It's the Gilded Lion.
It's the
now.
Gilded Lion
That's
now.
just
Sorry.
what it is.
All right. It's changed now.
It's been renamed.
Yep. And I'll try to find the rest of the party and see what's going on.
This is right after the arena
Yeah.
battle. Then Solaire would like to go for a hearty meal.
A hearty meal. There is a number of like food stalls of variety of kinds of foods. What would you meat?
Well, meat speed is not here.
Yeah, you find
Good.
you find a stall that's right outside the arena. It's called Gim's Kebabs.
Gives kebabs.
Kim's kebabs.
Fantastic.
And there's a dragonborn
Of course.
manning it, and you walk up and the dragonborn's like, "Black eyes be with you. What'll I have?"
What did he say?
Black eyes be with you.
Black eyes.
What will you have?
Not what I heard.
Black ice be with you.
So there has like a fucking like bounty of just black guys behind him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is how
This is
I
my
like to roll.
harem. Okay.
I think they're called red guards. Get it right. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Your finest meat.
He looks at you a little strangely, like, as he's kind of like preparing your bounty of meat. He says, "I'll be 1 silver piece."
Okay.
You're not from around here, are you?
Where are we again?
You're in Allkey. So Allkey, if you look at, I don't have the map handy, but here's the Empire, 3 tri-cities on the coast.
Right.
Allkey is way fuck over here, central of the whole continent. Where you're from is more most of the Dragonborn from are more this way. So this city has a lot more Dragonborn population
Yeah.
than you're used to seeing in the Empire.
From nearby, but not here.
Right. Yeah, you're actually, when you left, right? You went to Drovin,
Right.
so that's farther
Drovin.
south.
I couldn't remember. I knew it wasn't Allkey, but we talked about Allkey, and
Yeah.
I remember the other name. So yes, What was the question?
You're not from around here, are you?
No.
The typical, like, hey, you're not from around here, is you?
No.
You're finally awake.
Oh my god. Not here. No.
I see. Where you? See by your shield, you're Darkuth. Shame
Yes.
that happened to that tribe.
Yeah, feels bad.
I'm from somewhere. One of those.
That's right.
That's
To the
right.
south.
That's the Gastol.
Ah. Never been.
It's newer. Not really. It's a kitty corner, other side of the mountain from Darkuth.
Okay.
So what brings you out here? Why are you dressed the way you're dressed?
We're looking for a friend, right?
Yeah, I mean, if a friend is a demonic overlord trying to kill the entire world,
Well,
yeah,
no,
we're looking for him.
Didn't we come here looking?
He's looking for someone that we have not confirmed who it is, but he knows. The Bonzi's doing the Bonzi shit.
Y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on with me. It's fine.
And Ono has a mustache.
We came this way looking for Stein.
Stein. Yeah.
Stein,
Yeah.
and there's rumors that Lorvale is over in this area.
Oh, we're meeting up with his No, the champion was the one that we
stopped.
stopped
from coming out of the crystal.
Yes.
So far.
So, Lorville.
Don't you pull another the sword that's in your bag is actually a demon that's popping out of your bag holding it? It's
Lorville
like,
is
yeah.
maybe meeting us
We
here,
are-
thinking
well,
that we
we're-
have a warrior or something.
Trying to
So what you
prevent the world from ending.
he just looks at you like,
As you do. Yeah.
that'll be one silver piece.
Thank you.
Black eyes be with you.
And with you.
Oh my
All
god.
right, so you got some delicious, mostly raw kebabs.
Delicious crab meat. Okay.
Or whatever one else like to do.
I'm I'm gonna get over to the tavern and just wait for everybody.
Okay. Is everyone else kind of
Have a
like making their way to the tavern?
I'm gonna clean up.
Okay.
Just covered in blood, just like, hey, can I have a kebab?
That's a thing. That's an idea.
You just got
Well, also
Rex blood all over you.
meeting Twig and
There's
So about
there's
2 or
this
3
nice
hours out.
river right in the middle of
So in
town.
the meantime, are you going to go back to head back, clean up?
Yeah,
a little
clean
bit?
up and-
yeah. There's a part in the downstairs arena where they got some like wash rags and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You
I'm
can
gonna
easily like,
walk
wipe things
over
up.
to this nice river right in the middle of town.
Didn't you
Rinse off.
save
So this
me
river
from
is
the-
actually not in the part of town you can get to at
Sure.
the moment. Just so you know. Okay. This is a facsimile of the noble district.
No, we might get to.
You might get to it.
Yeah.
We'll see. So
I hope so. It's already set up.
Real quick, didn't you save me from the T-Rex? I got petrified or something?
you got eaten, right? Or chomped on or grabbed?
yeah.
Something like that.
I believe so. Yeah.
So I'm probably a mess too.
Right.
Needing
Yeah,
to clean up.
We're all very dirty.
Yeah.
More than others.
All right. So assuming you guys clean up, you all make your way back to the Gilded Lion Tavern. As you approach the Gilded Lion Tavern, you see the word "kind" has now been scratched out. And, the word "gilded" has
Crawled
been.
above it.
Under new management.
As you walk in, you see Callahand Rustybeard be like, "Oi, welcome to the Gilded Lion Ale House."
Why not, man? I'm sorry.
No, this is great. This is awesome.
What did you be having?
I will have an ale. And then I'm just going to sit at the bar and wait for everybody.
All right.
So Bonzi walks in shortly after, a little bit tipsy, walking a little bit funny,
I'm going to stare at Bonzi.
smiling. You notice that her head is now shaved for some reason.
Where have you been?
It's an amazing story. I'll have to tell you. Well, we've got time right now.
Well, what'd you do?
Have you ever heard of a goat show?
I mean, I'm not the type of gentleman to go to such establishments, but I've heard of such things.
Well, let me tell you all about the one I was just at. And I proceed to describe this goat show.
I'm trying to keep my beer down, just like this.
So as Lubanzi regales you with this story, not only is it graphic in detail, but Lubanzi seems to be phased not at all by any of the happenings or goings-ons.
So that's why you're walking funny?
Yeah, about that.
No, just drunk.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm fairly certain that goat was a druid. You can just tell.
You just went into town, found a goat show by yourself, and then like...
Oh, so that, you're right. I forgot about that part of the story. So I was actually looking for the champion. You remember the arena champion they talked about?
Yes.
That's why I have this. And I show him the medallion. He gave it to me. Oh yeah, like for sure.
You got it on?
Real handsome orcish gentleman. But no, actually.
You got a medal for striking out?
Yes.
You don't even get medals for
striking out. All right. Well, I mean, good on you. I mean, like, I wish life was like that all the time.
Interestingly enough, he knows one of our compatriots, the orcs at Eagle Fire Tower. That's why he gave me the medal. He's actually gonna go meet him and be part of the new orc nation, I guess.
Nice. Well, I mean, who's gonna be the new champion? Is it you?
I guess so. I didn't really think about that.
All hail the champion.
Bartender, a drink, please.
Callahand, the kind lion is always... the gilded lion is always ready to serve.
Oh, it's so good.
All right. I'm just gonna wait for the rest of the party.
All right.
Where is
Yeah, I'll
my
make my
sister
way.
at? Is she at the tavern still?
Yeah, so she stayed behind at the Gilded Lion, along with Max, while you guys went off and did that stuff. Got a room. Max got a couple of rooms set up. He's not in a room with her.
that'd be
Not
interesting.
It's not your sister. Brain is still down at the bar. Waves to you guys. Hey, how's it going?
I'll go over there, smack his butt.
As you make your way further into the bar, you see a surprising face in the back. You look back and you see Lolly sitting at one of the tables,
Oh my god.
along with another gentleman.
No, please continue.
And as you walk back there, she notices you and she waves. She's like, "Oh no!
Yeah.
And she waves you over.
I'm gonna turtily walk over there.
This is my
Like,
husband. He just got
what's up?
yesterday.
It's so crazy to see you here. I'm on a business trip. This is my brother, Ollie. I believe he knows your rogue companion.
I look over at Mikhail. Is Mikhail still covered in blood?
We watched
Firestone
him.
blacksmith.
All right, wait. Is Mikhail still covered
His
in
name
blood?
is actually Ollie, by the way. I said that at this name, the session, and I realized later I was like, Ollie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Is Mikhail still covered in blood?
We all washed up.
No, you guys watched
Yeah,
it.
we watched
Damn.
up.
All right. I'd just be like, oh,
Yeah,
that person.
yeah.
But I don't think I'm with you yet. But I am in the tavern. So
okay.
do I notice
Come here, baby.
him there?
Yeah. You, as you guys go back there, and Ono's there a little bit first. He's talking to Lolly, and you see your handsome one night stand sitting in the back, randomly.
Both of our handsome one night stands.
Don't degrade Lolly in that way.
I didn't want to, but it was only one night. We had to skip town.
Lolly's like, Ono saved my life. I am forever in his debt. We've been lovers? Lolly's like, I see. Like, just gives you the look up and down, like, sort of the big brother kind of vibe.
So I think I walk by at that moment, and I like just
Turtle man.
stop in my tracks and like,
As you do, Lolly sees her brother like giving Ono the eye, and she turns to him like, as if you've never. And he sees you, he's like, oh yeah.
I turn to Ollie or Lolly, and I'm just like, oh, this is Mikhail. And Ollie and Mikhail
Ollie.
were both lovers at one point.
oh my god.
Just hand around Mikhail, just like, yeah.
And Lolly looks at Ollie, and you're like, you remember Mikhail, right? And he's like, yes. And he goes over, and he's like, how are you?
I get all like flustered. I'm like, I'm good.
Sydney comes down, like,
Hot elf man,
who's this? To you.
What's up?
Sydney comes and asks who Ollie is.
I'm like,
It'll get better.
Just getting sloppy seconds.
I like laugh through my nose and like.
She's like, oh, I see. Well, carry on.
All right, all awkwardness aside, putting that over there for right now. What are you in town for? Like your business? What like?
There's a gathering tonight at the House Drakken. Lots of opportunities for trade and mixing and matching, and since Stein helped get my brewery up and running, business has been booming. So I'm ready to do more exporting, and Allkey seemed a logical exporting port to reach parts of the Eastern nations.
Have you seen
Western
Stein?
nations. What's that?
Have you seen Stein recently?
No, not since you last all were there, and he helped me set up my brewery.
Yeah. He kind of went on his own for a minute. We've been trying to find him.
We heard he went this way,
Yeah.
right?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen him.
So, yeah.
I haven't seen him.
We heard he went this way, right? Confirmed? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No,
It would be fairly impossible to get to Getch without going through Allkey, based on the way the mountains are. It's sort of a natural stop for most sort of central places. That's why it's sort of a trade hub.
Yeah.
Is this thing?
Oh, go ahead.
Is this thing tonight sort of like a gathering party thing?
Yeah.
Or,
Yes.
like I don't know. Like this
Well,
sounds like a fun thing to do.
So
Right?
you have +1s.
Technically, my brother is my
private event.
+1.
Okay.
I said
all right.
that I
I
step
have him
in.
here as protection, and he whips out 2 daggers.
Oh my gosh.
I whip out my loot and try to do that.
Do a performance check.
Drop it on the floor.
It's got
Performance check. I think that's being a
18
little.
plus 10, so 28.
Yeah, so you fucking like ninja like around your neck, through the back, you like play it behind your back, balance it on your chin, and then just tip it, and then just stand here and the loot falls and lands on your back, strap around.
I got you.
Amazing.
No, but all right. Well, we might see each other there at some point in time.
Oh, you're coming to the party?
Possible.
Great.
I just wander over.
Callahand is,
just like insert myself into the conversation. Hey guys, what's going on? Are we going to a party?
Ollie, meet Lubanzi, a new compatriot.
They like to call me Jingles. I don't really know why.
Lolly looks at her and like squints, and Ollie comes over like kisses your hand like my pleasure.
Almost like
Feels mortified.
Yeah.
Lolly's like okay. And looking at Ollie, he's like. He starts behaving.
When are y'all heading over there?
It's not for another hour or two.
Okay, well, we will make our way over there at some point in time.
Okay.
All right, it was good seeing you. And
Are you going to be able to be given access to the Noble District?
Fighting ourselves.
I believe, good sir, that this will give us access to wherever we want to go in the city, if I am not mistaken.
Do you have invitations? It's by invitation only.
Can I see your invitation real quick?
Does anyone that wants to make a perception check in this moment?
I do it. I'll let you do
Lubanzi, I
it.
would say you have disadvantage because you're drunk.
Yes. Oh.
Oh. You said perception.
Oh.
Not me.
I didn't notice a damn thing. I got a natural one.
Perception or persuasion?
Perception.
Perception.
That'd be a 9.
I
12.
noticed a little dirty spot on my armor.
19.
19.
All right, there we go, Dog Collar.
All right, Don Caller, you
Carry the
notice,
team.
because you're not involved in this conversation so far, you've just been kind of watching.
Yeah.
You notice Callahand has sort of moved to the side of the bar closest to this table and is like aggressively polishing a mug that he's been cleaning for the entirety of this conversation. He's not actually polishing it, he's like listening in.
Oh, I'm gonna just kind of scoot in over.
Okay.
Which one, Callahand again?
Callahand's a bartender. He's got, by the way, he's polishing it
seems
with his
obvious now.
pinchy hook hand.
Does he have a rag?
He's got a rag sort of pinched between his hook hand, and he's
He's
like,
actually scratching the shit out of it.
yes, it's just carving into his mug.
It's poked through the rag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly ask, like, do you want or try to? Do you need an invitation into this party, or need people to join?
Oh, he's okay. Make a persuasion check.
Interesting opener.
16.
16. He looks at you.
In the river.
I don't know you lot very well yet, but there might be some. Have you ever heard of the Crystal Dragon?
Yes.
Are you friendly with the Crystal Dragon?
That's a tough question.
Always is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Personally don't like the actions, but I don't think I've been
He looks around.
noticed.
Personally, that's quite the answer.
Kaylee.
Yes.
Can I get?
He's like, some people around here wouldn't like an answer like that.
No, they wouldn't.
I am not one of those people.
That's
Then we should talk.
Absolutely. He starts wandering over there, and just then you see two figures come into the bar. They're dressed, for lack of a better term, like medieval mafia.
Just white
Imagine what that.
I would love to know what that
Yeah,
looks
the
like.
white male is a fedora.
Yeah, something along those lines. Like they're not technically built for combat, like built out for combat at the moment. They're just more overly lavish and intimidating looking.
What would a Thompson submachine gun be in medieval times?
So they come over to the bar, and Callahan's like,
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Repeat
You lot.
crossbow.
"What you want now?" And they're like, "Hey, Callahand, you're behind on your payments.
How much is his payments?
It's 25 gold a week.
Here's 100.
Now that's a man who knows how to do business. Right, well, guess we'll protect you for a little longer, Callahand."
Do we notice what's going on?
No, you guys didn't
Okay, all right.
notice shit, because this whole thing is happening like,
Okay, all right.
yeah.
I'm just checking.
Yep.
I'm just looking at my feet. Lord.
It's like, man,
Why are my feet moving when I'm not moving?
Why is the floor getting closer?
There's a spot on my armor that's really interesting.
We decided that we have 10
So yeah,
toes.
Don Caller, you do notice this exchange. Like it kind of naturally happens, like while you're talking to
Yeah.
Callahand, and you sort of just hover back over that way.
Yeah.
Especially as you pay them, you know.
Yeah.
And they sort of like, "We'll see you next week," and walk out.
Next week. That was a month's pay.
Oh, right, my mistake. And they leave.
So good.
Just remember, Alethor protects you all. Of course. So if you want to make a history check on Alethor,
Yeah.
just because he's pretty closely associated with Crystal Dragon.
Well, that's the history check we needed. Thanks. I made a Reese's peanut butter cup dagger.
20 total.
20 total. So yeah, so you've heard of Alethor. He's one of the sort of top lieutenants within the Crystal Dragon, though that's mostly only known in Droville. Outside of Droville, it's not really important information.
Yeah.
There was some files you guys found in the not the Lonely Tower,
The library?
the Eagle Fire Tower.
Oh, okay.
The library within the Eagle Fire Tower that named Alethor as one of the people they've been watching as far as movements of the Crystal Dragon.
Okay.
But within Allkey is a little more low-key, if you will.
Yeah.
There is, a lot more trade nobles than like dignitaries for the Empire.
Okay.
So it's a little more on the like lawless side, but like lawless with like a purpose. So there may be scuttering of some rules, but there is still order kept by guards from all the noble houses. There's not a necessarily centralized city guard. There's a lot of mercenary guards that are owned by the noble houses themselves. So it's a little more complicated in Allkey to keep track of everything. So Alethor goes a little more under the radar. He set up his own noble house, House Drakken, and has managed to convince most of the noble houses within Allkey to swear fealty in exchange for some pretty lavish stuff. So he's kind of in charge of Allkey. He's kind of the guy that's like basically the regent, in name at least, if not in title. So
Yeah.
So when he says Alethor is always watching, you're like, oh, that's who we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
So
Of course. All right. Sorry, I actually should have just paid them and given you the rest.
it was a very kind gesture of you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, trying to,
That proves all I need to know about the kindness within you. Now, we've got bigger problems.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is not just a racketeering, this is violent in nature, and resistance is met with swift punishment, if not death. And I have no proof, concrete, but this dinner party, which I am not invited to, might provide an opportunity we haven't had before.
Yeah.
If the right people were there, and they could uncover some things, perhaps we could convince some of the other noble houses to turn on Alethor and drive out the Crystal Dragon from Allkey.
All right.
He's also trading in Dreamflake,
Okay.
which I don't know if I've told you what that is.
You haven't, but I'm. There
repeat
was.
it again?
Dreamflake.
Dreamflake.
It's
That's what I thought.
basically a narcotic.
Yeah.
The
I
good
think
old skooma.
Yeah.
that probably would have helped get
Spice.
tamper down my
Yes.
my home.
Right.
the spice.
Exactly.
That's
so
exactly.
a lot of that was in the trade for Dreamflake.
Okay.
And addiction to Dreamflake.
Yeah.
So the Mud Ward is made of Dreamflakes, basically.
Yeah.
It's snowing Dreamflakes.
Yeah.
You would know, you can recognize someone who has been habitually using Dreamflake by black teeth.
Okay.
Gross.
Oh, is it something they chew on and?
Smoke for certain effects, and I think put between the gums for different effects.
All right.
Yeah.
You made meth.
Basically, it's bad. It's really bad. Hence why a crime syndicate is involved.
Fantasy meth. Yeah.
Sky did it. He made crystal meth.
It's canon.
Crystal
It's
meth
flaky.
dragons.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Crystal meth dragons.
Yep. That's
Oh.
that's a
The
thing
legendary action is ask for a burrito.
All right.
Or a lighter.
Yeah. You got a lighter?
Bro, you got
Oh my
lighter.
god, that guy earlier. Okay, never mind.
His breath weapon is stealing empty cash registers.
No, more like empty ATMs. And balance.
All right. So you guys are having this get together with Lolly and Ollie, and Bryn is there too. Bryn is talking about the party, which he is going to with Goldwyn Haldwell.
Okay.
From Dwenfield.
So
Which I don't think you were there for most of that stuff.
So I look over at Brandon. I'm like, how are
Well,
you?
neither would you, obviously. Levante.
Yeah. How are you getting in?
Bryn?
Yeah.
Bryn's like, I mean, you know, I'm a bodyguard, so I just get in.
How many bodyguards does it need?
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
We could ask.
All right.
He might. I mean, he-
Free bodyguards.
I would make a great bodyguard.
Does the party need
There's
entertainment
there's
by
two
any chance?
two aspects to Bryn is kind of piping up. He's like, there's mixed feelings about how Goldwyn feels about you guys.
Oh yeah.
Killing his daughter part, though she was evil. The stealing, the recovery of his statue, but then breaking his statue.
Right.
So now he doesn't have that.
Yeah, there's that.
The killing of his brother-in-law, Tormont. There's that. Oh, actually, he wouldn't know that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
All right.
still haven't found Tormont.
I'm not going missing anymore.
Is Goldwyn here?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he see me?
He's not in the bar. He's in town. So if you're asking Bryn if Goldwyn is in town, then he said yes.
I have an idea.
What's that?
I'm going to bring my mustache out with a goatee. And just be like, hello, good sir. I financed some bodyguards if you would like some for very
He's
cheap.
not here.
Bryn is like, well, he's staying in the Noble District at one of the high-end inns up there.
He's here, but he's not here.
Yeah, okay. All right, well then, well, they're fucking champions of the arena. Why,
And here's the room.
Heroes of the Realm.
which has not done
Which
jack
means-
shit for us.
Absolutely nothing.
So if they were able to beat the Colosseum, would they be able to get in?
You have to try.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, like, getting into the Noble District is not crazy hard. It's just you have to have business that you have within the Noble District. You have to have some sort of proof of that business, be known by some of the guards around, or you know, some of the champions get access. So yeah, there's a lot of cards to play. It's at this point Bear pipes up.
Yeah.
Bear is like, well, House Hillguard, the house I work for, has a presence in the Noble District of Allkey. I could definitely get us all into the Noble District through my connections, no problem.
Would that cause any issues for you later?
Being that we have a medallion of the champion, you guys are also champions of the
Not oh no.
arena. We're with Bryn. Maybe we have a few people who don't have those things also be bodyguards for Goldwyn Haldwell.
I have a way that I can get in. Ish.
Say I vouch for you all as an extra precaution.
Okay.
If it was the only thing, that would definitely cause some suspicion on the house, but
Yeah.
shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
But the matter of invitations is another issue. I might be able to secure one for myself through House Hillguard, but I can't say I would be able to get more than one.
I go over to Lolly. I'm like, can I see your invitation real quick?
She's like, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at it, and I'm gonna go and grab a sheet of paper. I'm going to forge an invitation.
Do you
Just
have
right in the middle of this
proficiency
bar.
with a forger's kit?
I don't think forger's kit, but hang on.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah.
Sounds like a roguey thing.
Yeah, but because if I can't, then Mikhail probably will be able to.
Also, Callahand might be able to help us
What about
procure
Flutus Scribe?
some things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Callahand, you're still talking to Callahand.
Yeah.
And he's like, can you trust all your friends?
Yes.
All of them. Even those two lot and the other one that's been here. Seems like they're all friendly with each other.
I look over, I'm like, boy.
I've lived and almost died for them.
I understand. And he holds up his claw. He's like, I know about sacrifice. Would you like to have a drink?
I'm not proficient.
Okay.
What about
Yeah.
you, Mikhail?
I don't have that.
He
We haven't encountered it.
sort of like waves you over to one of the central bar stools, not too far away from the rest of the group, but
Yeah.
just sort of on the side. He reaches down below the bar and he pulls out an older bottle,
Yeah.
unopened, opens it with his claw hand, and pulls out 2 small glasses, pours basically a shot's worth of liquid out, hands one to you, grabs one himself, cheers you. I consider myself a good judge of character. You are the first people I've seen come through town that don't have an agenda other than make money, fuck other people, and leave.
What?
Very worthy.
Oh,
Are you even here?
Oh, good times.
Very good.
So basically he says like, I have been secretly trying to start a resistance to the Crystal Dragon since I had my own part in starting the war. I was part of the Shadow's hand,
Okay.
and I was behind enemy lines when all of our positions were revealed and I had to run for my life.
I grew up in the what is now the Mud Ward.
I see. He shakes his head. He's like, tragic that.
Yeah. I want to make it what it was. But, well, my father's keeping it as best as he can, but, only so much a priest could do in a temple.
He pours another round. Sorry to hear of your troubles, lad.
Well, hopefully, we can try taking it down from multiple places.
I understand you're a busy lot and you have things you're heading to do. This would not take too much of your time. I just need this little edge.
Just a start.
Just a start. There are people in place to take over once there is a start. And there's nobles that are ready to turn on Alethor given the chance.
So, an opportunity.
Right.
Well,
I should say, killing Alethor would be disastrous.
yes.
It would be a martyr, and there would only be another take his place as rapidly as he is installed.
Death is not justice.
Exactly. He needs to be taken down, and the infrastructure he's put in place, I don't know what the accents I'm doing anymore.
It was Scottish and then went into Middle Eastern, Arabic.
You know, I don't mind it, it's fine.
It's all good.
I was experimenting with a new kind of Scottish, and I was nailing it at first, and then, anyway. You should know a few of the nobles you might encounter once you get there. Bernard Holstead.
Bernard Holstead.
He's pretty neutral. It'd take quite a lot to convince him to turn on Alethor. He's trying to get some imports from Cartadal, namely Merfolk silk.
Okay.
Goldwyn Haldwell. He's trying to establish more trade for his freshwater fish. Honestly, being a bar owner, I've actually thought about trying to get some. Offering freshwater fishes. Anyway, you don't hear about the bar stuff. Anyway. Justine Wellwood. Half-elf. She's quite disturbed by Dreamflake and its propagation in the town and really wants to see it abolished. But there's so much proliferation of it, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it's coming from. she would be an ally against Alethor if you could prove somehow the Dreamflake was going through him and that he was connected to the Crystal Dragon. Lady Trinta Hilgard. She's probably the least likely to be an ally, as she is currently courting Alethor.
So don't mention anything with her.
You'd have to find something pretty heinous that he's been doing more directly to Hilgard. I can't imagine what it might be, but if you find something of some kind of proof that he's been engaging in pretty nefarious things against House Hilgard directly, you might be able to win over Lady Trinta Hilgard. That's all I have for you. Now the matter of getting you invitations. I imagine one of your friends over there might have one. If you can get me one and let me spend an hour with it, I can get you all the invitations you need.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Because I still have all these, and I'm like trying to go through everything. I was going to ask if I could cast prestidigitation on him, just to create a non-magical trinket or an illusory image that can fit into my hand until the end of next turn. So when I just popped up,
So 6 seconds, yeah, you do that.
it's like,
And it
bam.
goes,
And it's like, okay, and I'm just,
I would say for the purposes of what you're trying to do, prestidigitation is not going to be a convincing imitation or forgery.
all right, yeah.
Forgery
It was the
yeah.
only thing that I could think of
No, I got you.
besides slip scribing.
Clever idea, but I think that sort of leaves the scope of it, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because it's a cantrip, you know.
I finished my beer and I'm like, I'm gonna go and refill, and then I'm gonna check on Don Collar and just be like, how's it going? And go to the bartender. I'm like, please one more.
It's going okay.
Okay.
We need an invitation.
Oh, imagine that.
Man, you guys are good.
Yes, we are. What are we good at? No.
We'll get in.
Okay.
Just he needs an hour with it.
Oh, there you go. And I get my beer from him, and then I'm going to go talk to Lolly. I'm like, you will have your invitation back in an hour.
Are you copying it illegally?
I would never do that.
She looks a little uncomfortable about the idea because she kind of picks up exactly what's. You just handed it to a hooked hand bartender.
Did she see that?
Yeah, she watched you walk over there and be like, "Here you go."
Yeah. No, we're just checking it. I would never copy that.
Make a deception check.
I'm not lying. I'm not copying it.
You said you would never copy it. You
I think for the
definitely just
purposes
tried.
of intent.
10 plus my deception, which is going to be insanely high because bards.
Charisma.
Yeah. Deception. That's an 18.
18.
Yeah.
She's like, I know you're copying it. Why do you need to be invited?
So, with everything that's being said and done, there's obligations at this party with certain people that we need to attend to. I am bullshitting out of my ass, by the way, so I'm going to roll another deception check.
Okay.
That's an 18 plus 8.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just a little weird to have my one invitation copied for so many people.
Think of everything we've done that you know that we've done. It's always fate of the world type shit.
Believe me, I owe you my life. I'm not.
This is one of the same situations, so.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lebonzi's gonna.
I go
lean
back to
over
my beer like,
Bennett
holy
and
fuck, it
just
worked.
Check in. How? What? We okay? What's going on? Do you need my help for anything?
Yes, not right now, but when we go into the party, I think we need your ability to be a diplomat.
Right. We're going to a party.
Yeah.
I should have some coffee.
Actually, 1 second. You're no longer drunk.
Oh, good.
I'm going to the party as world's best entertainer, which will allow me to
Lesser restoration.
Also restriction. Got it.
Yeah. As great entertainer, so I'm going to not just have big mustache, but giant, luxurious beard.
All right.
Yeah.
That's an angle for like when you show up. You
Yeah,
wanted to try
that's what I'm going to do when
You
I
want to
show
try the
up.
bard? Okay.
Yeah.
Too barred.
Attempt to bard.
Are we heading over there now?
We have about
Pretty
an
soon.
hour.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm gonna change it to my fancy clothes.
Ah.
Oh, you got fancy
Yes,
clothes.
I do have
Okay.
fancy clothes.
What do they look like?
Fancy.
A few details.
Yeah.
Just for fun. Just
so
for fun.
It's gonna be like a black, like super nice silky kind of fitting style
Any highlight colors?
dress. No, just black on black on black.
So like upper scale goth.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Gotcha.
I'm probably gonna need to hide my shield.
Callahand is like, we should probably have a proper meeting about the plan.
Yeah.
We should maybe take a spot in the back room.
Yeah.
Everyone in here seems to be mostly fine. He looks in the corner and there's like a couple of other random people
Yeah.
like just drinking, having a good time. They seem to be completely oblivious.
I should have a couple of.
The bar, by the way, is pretty large. There's 2 giant fire pits in the center of the bar, and there's like seats around that. So that's why when you walked in at first, you couldn't really see Lolly more in the back part of the bar because these giant steel chimneys kind of cover most of the top of these big fire pits that are in the center of the room, or sort of centers of the room. So
I should have a couple of my family show up in maybe an hour.
what's their names?
Twig and Coins.
Unusual names, but I'll greet them and
They'll
put
be
them up.
they'll be unusual. You'll know who they are.
All right, I will put them up, keep them safe.
I already had tried to rent a room for them, so just in case they were.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sydney looks at you and like, I don't think I should go to this party, just in case anyone that knows Lorville is there.
I look at Sydney. I'm like, I think you're right. Drinks beer. Yeah, no, you're definitely right.
I mean,
Give me a moment.
I don't want to presume, but if I had the skin of Omega, I would be able to disguise myself again. But
Give me a second.
okay, all right.
Wait.
I might have something.
If you don't have something, I have 2 things. Because I think that I had the skin of Omega in my bag of holding because we've been shoving everything in there. And also, I can give her the cloak. So, she might have to attune to it. Wait, how will that work?
It usually takes like a long rest to attune to something.
It's an hour.
An hour. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so skin of Omega. I know that she's good now, but I don't want to give it to her.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it anymore. I had something like a disguise.
How to disguise or.
I have 5 disguise kits, and I'm proficient in using them. So,
Yeah, no, I don't have anything.
Oh, yeah,
I must have
I-
changed my spells at one point.
I can do that if we can get another invitation.
Sydney looks pretty uncomfortable with the idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you just want to stay here then?
I think I've been through a lot in the last couple days. I've been dead.
You can stay in my room. Wink, wink. Not really. I'm kidding.
Lolly's like, excuse me?
I said wink, wink. Not really. I said wink, wink. You know what I mean.
I step in. I'm like, do you feel safe staying here?
Callahand looks over and like, I'll keep her safe. Don't worry. Put her in the safest room I've got.
It's an actual safe.
Hope you're fucking safe.
Does she have any weapons?
Not presently. You guys disarmed her.
So I'm going to
Go ahead.
give her
There is the weapons she did have that you could give her back. Like.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. You guys took the weapons from her that she had, so you could presumably give them back to her.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
does she have any good weapons that we can just trade out? Like, oh, she had a +1 sword. Here's our regular sword.
No, I know this, and I give back.
Okay.
Yeah. All
So
her
like
weapons.
a regular rapier and a crossbow, like a regular one. So
Yeah, that's
they're
right.
not magic.
Yeah.
We had a blacksmith.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
We have a
So
blacksmith.
we had a blacksmith. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
No, but just
There,
remind
there
me.
is a blacksmith in town, but if you need it.
Yeah, there's your blacksmith.
Oh, there is that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, big boy, give me a +3 greatsword.
Lubanzi, while you were walking around, you did notice quite a few shops. If you needed to inform the party of what shops were here, I could convey that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There is a florist called Floral and Hardy. There is a clothing shop called Fit So Good. So is spelled S-E-W.
Still on the bar.
Nice.
There's the Expensive Compass Shop, which is basically a gift shop. Brian's. It's Brian's place. Basic stuff. Hunter's Edge, which is like armor, weapons, stuff like that. Seems like it specializes in crossbows. Change in Hand, which is the pawn shop that had the CD bar in the basement. And then Hard Harold's Hammers.
Okay.
Which is a
Harold's hammer.
yes, which is a black hand certified blacksmith. So there's a giant metal black hand right on the outside of the door.
Are all the hammers shaped like dicks?
Welcome to Hard Harold's.
The hammer is my.
Just the shaft.
Yeah, the hammer is my penis.
It's just all veiny.
Yeah. So if you guys needed to outfit yourselves in any way, there are shops to do that with in the Exchange District.
And we have
Callahand is
2
recommended
hours?
about an hour before the party starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Callahand has recommended that you guys like sort of do a huddle to talk the plan, come up with some ideas.
All right, I am done with huddle. I will go into the back room, waiting for everybody, and bringing out disguise kits to make people ready for a party.
All right.
Yeah.
So you start setting up disguise kits in case they are needed.
Yeah.
Was everyone else kind of help following? Callahan's sort of like waving people into this back room. It's basically like a backroom poker game table situation. It's not really
a cigarette, drinking a beer, just like
there's barrels of ale along the walls. It's mostly a storage place, but it can function as sort of like a secret meeting place if needed. He lights a single lantern on the table, so there's a dim light in the room, sort of casting shadows on all the back walls as you guys kind of gather around this circular table and start discussing what your plan is going to be for infiltrating House Drakken's party for nobles.
All right.
Now, the premise of the party, the point of the party, is sort of a meet and greet for setting up new trade. It's hosted at House Drakken because it's the largest house in the Noble District with the largest ballroom and the easiest place to host it. But also so Alethor can kind of keep tabs on what everyone else is planning to do and what kind of trade agreements they're trying to work out.
So we have no reason to be here.
Not personally, no.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So that's Callahand first says, he's like, right, you're gonna need a reason to be there. When
I own a bar.
well, you have two options. You have a couple options. You could either try to fit in with the crowd or try to be immediately sneaky. Now, the first order of business you should know is they don't allow weapons or armor or shields. It is common clothes, noble clothes only. So I could keep your stuff safe here where you wouldn't have to check it in at the door, which is cumbersome, especially this guy with all his plate armor that will take a while.
So
And this one with the very, very complicated armor.
I give up my weapons, okay, but I keep my assassin's crossbow
I
and
grip
keep
my
it
shield a little tighter.
Nice.
close. Yeah,
So you're just wearing a nice brooch on your...
it's a nice brooch.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
yes. Fuck
That's
yes.
sick.
I love that. Do you want to try to hide any other weapons?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
Out of character question.
Because your blink dagger would probably hide pretty easily.
With wild shape.
I could try.
If I wild shaped into like a
Yeah.
rat or something,
Am I-
if I heard things, would I be
just
able to
like-
understand them? Or am I a rat when
I think wild shape is different
it
than
wouldn't even
polymorph.
matter
Yeah.
Okay.
where you
Yeah, I
put
think
it.
you maintain your own ability scores.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
how
go
does that
sneaky
work?
route then.
Okay.
So
Do you want to
So it's
have
pretty
the bag of
close.
holding?
Yeah.
You could just like
Maybe I
stick
can
it in a
get
bush
outside.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask because I have the bag of holding on me. Is that allowed to come in, or will they search it?
They'll probably search it. They search most bags.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take the
But
bag of holding
if
and
Lubanji
I'll
has
sneak
it-
in as a small creature.
Okay, so yeah, we'll give the bag of holding to Lawanzi.
Okay. Oh, by the way, does Lolly and Ollie come back with? I mean, I guess I should say, Callahand is like looking at Lolly and Ollie as they come in. Bryn does go, and he's like, they should be included in this meeting. Kind of turns to you.
I don't really know them.
Kale, are you okay with your fuckboy being here?
Wow.
Because they're just going to be left outside while everybody in the bar
Yeah, no.
basically goes back
I'll ask
behind.
Ollie to come.
Okay,
So Lolly and the party are pretty tight. We drank at their bar like all the fucking time.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I am going
Lolly
to.
comes back and it's like, oh, a clandestine meeting. This is so exciting.
While this has all happened, Solaire looks very nervous and grips his shield a little tighter and is not keen to disarm himself whatsoever.
You could probably be a bodyguard.
Or I could put Solaire in a
Do
tux.
bodyguards also lose their?
That is, it's complicated with bodyguards.
Yeah.
If you have a noble house within Allkey, you can bring armed guards, but they're usually paying penance to Allkey's itself. If you have not, you probably can't.
So when you're making,
Goldwyn Haldwell is. So Bryn will be armed, lightly. So if you can convince Goldwyn to hire you as an additional bodyguard, you could be armed.
can I make myself a noble? Hang on. With Clan Shoto from Cartadal, if like that was set up and I was wearing proper clothing, could it work?
Yeah, you could deceive your way through that if you want to try.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I really should have picked Allkey when you asked me.
But you could, you would not be able to have an armed bodyguard because you're not fealtied and known by Alethor.
Alright.
It's only known nobles that can have armed bodyguards.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
One's within the noble district. To be more specific.
Would Solaire be able to still
it's
wear
time.
his armor?
It's time for Solaire to become a mercenary.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, armor
Last
and
minute bodyguard.
a single weapon.
Shield?
So like not your javelin, shield would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to bring my blink dagger,
Okay. Where are you
and
gonna hide that?
I'll let you know where what we get.
Solaire
Okay.
mostly just cares about her shield
No,
for the
okay.
most part.
Okay. All right.
So you'd have to try to convince Goldwyn to, or somebody, to hire Solaire.
I mean, I'm
No,
that's great.
for me to be a noble.
Who said you wouldn't get a
Yeah,
bodyguard?
basically you're going to try to lie to them and tell them that you're from somewhere that you are, but that you are someone you are not. So then it's a matter of if you manage to convince them or not.
But you also said that
Yeah.
he wouldn't be able to, his position, whether if he succeeded,
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
be
he's
able
out of
to get a
town and you're
bodyguard.
not known. You know, you'd just be a new noble. They don't know who the fuck
Okay.
you are. You'd have to make it all up.
We're gonna have to put you in a tux.
Or you can try to get hired by Goldwyn. Or you could even try to go some of the other nobles ahead of time and see if any of them are looking for a
Hey, you happen
brand
to
new
be
mercenary.
looking for a bodyguard for this party that
Yeah.
has happening in an hour and a half.
So this party that's happening in an hour, can I just like be a bodyguard and like come in with all my armor and weapons and stand next to you?
Okay.
Not suspicious at all.
No, fine.
Well, all right. Here's a secondary question. Okay, with the amount of stuff that I've done as a bard, am I well known in the area?
Oh my God. He won't take no for an
No. I just want to know because it's either
answer. He's like, I'm gonna.
we get him as a mercenary or I'm putting him in a tux.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it's like it's I don't think you've quite got out this far.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because that's mostly on the Tri-Cities area and Cartadal itself.
Okay.
So I think you're a little far from fame and fortune places at the moment.
So we talked to Goldwyn.
Goldwyn is in the Noble District.
Yes, he's at the Sapphire Pillow,
Well,
which
I
is
think-
the largest, nicest inn in
That
the.
sounds painful.
Or I just don't go.
That's also an option. You don't have to take everybody.
well, also, other option is Lubanzi having your shield and any of our weapons in a bag holding.
Oh yeah, because if shit goes down, I
Shit's
mean,
going down.
I'm not a rat anymore, and we're game on. So
We did talk about bags of holding would be not left unchecked.
No.
Right, but as a rat or whatever
Oh!
Is it? Oh,
can hold all.
You mean that literally, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what you do.
yeah,
Kayla!
druid,
I understand that.
that druid life. Hello.
All right. So we need to figure out what you're doing. And do you need nice clothes?
I am going to buy nice clothes.
I can make you nice clothes.
Okay.
It's for
What
free.
are you a tailor?
No, I'm great with disguise kits.
Yeah, but a disguise kit is probably already prepared with things, and I need something probably a little larger than what you.
Do you see the size of me? I'm a round boy.
You're round. You're not tall.
All right.
So
fair.
it's gonna be
so
really
pretty close.
short and really baggy.
Yeah.
So the Gilded
big and
Lion
tall.
is right across from the Exchange District. So you're about a 5-minute walk from the Exchange District, where the large sort of like merchant house is, which
Yeah.
has a store called Fit So Good. If you want to go there and get some clothes,
Yeah.
you can totally
I
do
was
that.
gonna.
I'm actually going to follow him
All right.
because I don't have nice clothes, and I've been relying on disguise kits the entire time.
Okay. So you both head over there. A human, Serena, welcomes you. She's like, hello, my name is Serena Bristlecombe. Welcome to Fit So Good. Can I
So good.
help you?
We're going to the.
She looks at your hat.
Yeah.
She's like, that hat is exquisite.
Yes.
Sorry, we went to a fancy hat maker.
Did my cousin Herman make that hat for you?
That is correct.
Oh my goodness, what a coincidence. Well, welcome. What can I do for you?
We
know
actually
Herman.
saved Herman's life.
Oh shit, really?
Wow. He was missing for a while, and then he
Yes,
was in
I
a
hadn't
cage.
heard from him for months.
He was in a cage with me.
Who's in a cage?
Voluntarily? Or?
No,
This is a gum show?
No, we were trapped by gnolls.
Happens to the best of us. What
Yeah.
can I do for you?
Okay, so we need clothes for the party, and I know I'm a big boy, and he's also a tall boy. Can you help us out? Rub shell.
Does this look like big and tall to you?
I have some things on hand. Not the nicest things. I can make you some very fine clothes if you need, but I might need some time. When do you need it?
In an hour.
Oh my goodness. Let me see what I already have. And she starts like pulling some things and like looking at your turtle body with all these like normal clothes, and she's like, maybe I could just. And she like rips a couple of different things and kind of cobbles it together on you. It does look good.
Okay.
She's like, it is fairly expensive things because this is the only thing I thought would fit your turtle body.
How expensive?
150 gold pieces.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wang.
My goodness.
What is a chicken wing?
Chickens exist.
It is amazing. So it is like basically like a blue robe with gold filigree all along the blue part, and then a sort of not gold, but like yellowish sort of vest type
Chicken
of
wang.
piece that comes down.
Okay.
And then there's like little chains and a belt that has like little red rubies.
Okay.
Fancy.
And I'm also looking for a party hat.
Brown chicken, brown cat.
A party hat.
Yeah.
I would.
Large and exquisite.
Your turtle head is very specific. I would say the hat you already have is quite nice. It's very appropriate for a party.
But that is my adventuring hat. I'm looking for another hat.
I see. Let me see what I have. And
So
she goes,
I'm thinking a Sultan hat. Just put that in your mind.
She goes to the back and she's like, "It won't fit, but it's very large." And she puts it on you, and it's like, it's like a what's the Jewish?
Oh,
Yarmulke. It's like yarmulke size on your head.
Oh, damn.
And then like it
But the
protrudes
brim.
oddly out, and it's got like all these little like tassels that hang around the brim.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
It's like a yarmulke sombrero.
Yeah, basically. Sombrerica? Sombramica? Sombramica.
Sombrerica. Awesome.
Does she have a sombrero?
But yeah, she gets you all sorted. 150 gold pieces if you want to buy that.
Rope for sure. I'm not going to buy that.
Okay. And then for you, she's like, well, you're not terribly wide. It's just a matter of length. Perhaps we combine a robe with some pants. That might be easier. She goes in the back and brings some options. In the sort of longer, what would be normally a long robe on a human.
Yeah.
She presents you with like a sort of really nice silky blue.
Okay.
She's like, now this is my most expensive option. This is Cardalian merfolk silk.
Merfolk silk.
The blue tint is the natural color of the silk. It's quite exquisite. You'll be the absolute eye turner of the party within this. I also have a sort of like a reddish with gold accents robe, and then another sort of greenish one.
I like the merfolk silk.
Very good.
We might be trying to speak with some of the traders of the merfolks.
I see.
So they might like the idea of me wearing that.
So you were talking with Bernard then?
Yes.
This is where I got this silk. It's from Bernard. Though he does not have an official trade route set up yet, it's been more expensive to get. It would be nice if we had more access to it for other things. So
Right.
hopefully he does well with that.
Well, hopefully we'll work out, and hopefully it will work out, and maybe we can assist with that.
That's the silk from Cartel.
I see where you're going with this. Of course. A small discount on behalf of making my business better.
Yeah.
Let's say 125 for the robe. But the pants are going to be a little more difficult because you are quite tall.
Well, so with the pants, what if boots, tall boots?
Ah, yes.
Barely.
It's not as traditional, but yes. So she goes to the back and she brings out like an assortment of pretty nice boots. A lot of them like sort of rare fur. Yeah. It's like some rare fur sort of boots that come up pretty tall.
Yeah.
Now some of the pants that you try on are, nice leather. Not a lot of like really nice fabric pants in the sort of non-noble district. Being that she's sort of from pretty good lineage as far as making clothes, she's got some nice stuff. But she, so you can wear some of the normal pants with tall boots.
Yeah.
There's only like this much. So if you bend over a little much, your pants might come pop, pop,
Yeah.
out of the boot holes.
Well, is his shirt and jacket covering his butt?
Yeah. So you tuck the robe in as a shirt.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's a robe, but because he's tall, he's gonna wear it as a shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So that would be another like probably 30 gold pieces for the
Okay,
boots and
so
pants.
like 190.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you need help, I can help pay.
I got it.
Oh, okay, perfect. And that silk that you were talking about, that's the stuff that's coming out of Cartadal, yes?
Yeah.
Mermaid silk.
And
Merfolk.
was I a part of that conversation, or would I not know that?
I haven't told anyone.
I mean, you
Okay.
would know what merfolk silk is for
but
sure.
like per that conversation.
I mean, you were there. Yeah, you
Yeah,
heard
in the
it.
same like.
Yeah, you're in the same place.
Okay.
Bernard Holstead was the merfolk silk noble.
Right.
Okay. So I go over to the tailor and I'm like, listen, Serena, and I'm like, I have a favor to ask. Can you fix this? I go into the bag of holding and I pull out the Santa hat.
take me maybe a day. Do you?
That's fine.
Okay.
Fix
Yeah.
it? What's wrong with this?
It's covered in blood and like I think some of the fur is missing and shit.
Yeah, it got ripped and like it was pretty messed up.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we killed Krampus, okay?
So yeah, so she takes it from you. She's like, I think 5 gold pieces for the repair. And blink. Great.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yes.
Please, if you see Herman again, tell him hi, and
Yeah.
then I'm thinking about him, and hopefully that whole situation with being captured didn't mess him up or anything.
Seemed okay.
He's rather talkative.
Yeah.
It's hard for him to notice the things around him, even if he was in prison. I can't imagine he even noticed.
He was talking my ear off.
That sounds like Herman. So, you guys get your nice clothes.
No, what would you call that under items? Just so I just have it.
You can put noble clothes.
Noble clothes.
Noble turtle clothes.
Noble turtle clothes.
That was a band name. Weird band name.
Let's go.
Noble turtle clothes. All right. Did any of you else want to try to prepare
NTC?
before you try to head into the noble district?
I'm good. I will
trying
throw
to
all of
figure
my
out
weapons into the bag of holding and then hand the bag of holding to Blue Bonzi.
things to
Okay.
people.
So I
Not
will.
the party yet.
So,
Max says,
what if you're a pet?
I think I'm going to stay behind as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the kind of place for
What
me.
if I'm a shoulder fox for
I was like, can
you?
you watch over?
Yes, of course. I will keep an eye on Sydney, and
I just look like
if anything comes, I will
like a star.
scream, I guess.
Do you have the singing stones? or-
His brother still has the other one.
Yeah. So I.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So the goal of going to this party is for the party to like do what exactly?
Right. We didn't really get into that.
Like what is the intent here? Because
Well, that is a
whether or
goal.
not we could get Solaire in, it might not be necessarily beneficial for him to be there in general. If the intent is to
Yeah,
like
Callahand is
talk
like-
to people.
Callahan looks around. He's like, "Oh, right. Yeah, I think we went about this a little backwards. We started planning, but we didn't talk about the goals. There is a few nobles that we may turn on Alethor. So, mixing with the nobles and trying to see where they are at with Alethor, maybe trying to convince them of discontinuing fealty or providing proof that he's evil of some kind that would make sense to that noble. It's also at his house. So finding proof, you're already where you need to be to find proof. The sneaky types might be able to get in the rooms that wouldn't have normally been able to just walk into as a party guest. Find papers, find maybe literal skeletons. I don't
Literal
know.
skeletons?
I've never been there.
Literal.
Oh, okay.
Little skeletons.
Little skeletons.
I was like,
Tiny
why
little
would-
babies. Little baby skeletons.
I was like, why would they
A
be
pile of
small?
baby skeletons in the closet.
You just open up a fucking drawer and it's a bunch of pixie skeletons. It's like, there you go.
So yeah.
Well, I can help with that.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Hey all, happy to see the homies playing.
Yeah.
Chicken wing, chicken wing.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop.
Sorry, I don't have much more of a specific mission for you. But
no,
if you don't end up finding anything, no harm, no foul. Just don't kill anyone. But if you find proof, you might not get another opportunity to convince any of the nobles. So it's very quick to like go find the proof and then go try to convince them before you get out.
But also, this is a good opportunity if we find the proof to have everyone there know about the proof, and if we need to capture Alethor, it would be good to have you there.
I just thought about something. My cloak. I can just have it be my hat. Just wrap it up and just be like, bam, hat. Done.
All right.
So you're gonna wear a turban?
pretty much. But I was thinking of Sultan hat, but like
Tyler
with
Turban. All right, got it.
With like the feather.
Got it.
All right. So,
Okay, here's my question to you, or anyone in the party. If I'm gonna be posing as a pet or animal, I can go off and find stuff. But how am I gonna communicate what I found? Does anybody have like detect
Does anyone speak
thoughts?
rats?
Does anyone
Right.
speak?
Don't you have a
Mental
thing about
things.
speaking to
Yeah,
animals?
Yeah.
So you can theoretically be my pet. Hang on.
Okay.
So
Do you actually have that spell right now?
I should. Hang on.
Animal friendship?
Animal friendship, comprehend language, which can she still speak? When
so it's really speak with animals. That's what you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I can also cast
Yeah.
sending and check in on you,
Yeah.
but I don't have the ability to have you.
Animal friendship for speak with animals whenever you can.
Yeah. Apparently.
If that's a.
Well, when we
That
leveled
would
up
be-
last, Lubanzi wasn't in the party yet. I don't
No,
think.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's something to think about in the next time.
Okay. So.
I don't even think I have access to anything like that. Which I wouldn't be able to swap it out before then anyway, because it's in an hour.
All right. Did we get out? Everything's sort of figured out.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
we still need to
Talk to.
get
what's his
you
face?
in. Are you okay, or
Wait,
do we need to figure out how you're gonna get in?
She's gonna try to go in with
clo-
hidden stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Brooch and
yeah.
dagger hidden up something.
Yeah, you're thrown in a bush right outside.
It's a very sharp tail you have there.
Now I'm just gonna throw it in a bush outside and then blink it to her hand when the time comes.
Oh,
We were talking
shit.
about that earlier.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Cause I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you can like call it to you. You don't even need to stow it.
Right.
Yep.
But there is a range. So much throw
It's
the
like
bush outside.
60 feet. So.
60 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can do sending.
Yeah.
You did.
I have comprehend language and animal friendship. So if you want to be my friend,
But does animal friendship even like
Nah.
help you on, like you can give
spell lets you convince a beast that you mean no harm.
No,
So with-
that's not really what we need. We need
Uh,
communication stuff.
So with that, while you guys talk some specific plans, let's go ahead and take a quick break.
okay.
Or we get you in, and then you undisguise yourself like in the bathroom or something, and then you're in.
I guess there's.
I don't have fancy
I
clothes.
guess you don't.
though,
Yeah.
is the problem,
Once
Yeah.
you're in, you're kind of in.
Well, you're not
most
oddly
part.
shaped, so we can send you over to the shop.
You
We
have-
are kind of still currently at the shop, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go to the shop and get some fancy
Go to
clothes, you can
buy
totally do
Well, don't you also have diplomatic clothes that you wear in bells and shit?
I mean, it's more of like entertainer. Yes, I functioned in a diplomatic capacity, but I don't think like the scale of like high noble party is exactly my usual diplomacy area.
Okay.
All right. So quick break.
that. Quick break.
We will be back.
We will be back in about 5 minutes or so. Welcome back to the Rise of Omega.
Hello.
If you are just joining us, the Nameless Ones are getting ready to go to a party. Not because they want to go to the party, but because they've been asked by Callahand Rustybeard, the hooked hand bartender of the Gilded Lion, formerly known as the Kind Lion, to try to ascertain some connections and information about the true nature of the regent of the area, Alethor. Dawncaller, having a vested interest in taking down the crystal dragon from the inside, has sort of spearheaded the interest in doing this sort of thing. Whereas it might not have been something you would have done naturally. There's a lot of things hinging on the crystal dragon for Dawncaller, and he's implored you all to try to at least give some help to this town so it does not end up like his own. And Callahand has provided some invitations. You guys, through various means, have figured out, at least ideally, how you're going to be allowed entry to the noble district, which is a lot easier to do than getting in the party. So the next step you have planned is so that Solaire can remain with his shield to try to go to the noble district and head to the Sapphire Pillow and converse with Golden Haldwell with Bryn to try to have Goldwyn hire Solaire as a bodyguard last minute, so that he can remain somewhat armed. Everyone else is taking disguises or sneaky approaches to entering with their forged documents. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in preparation?
Buying fancy clothes.
Sup, gamers? Sup, Lord? Oh, I can't read it.
Lord of Chaos.
Lord of Chaos. Sup. All right, so you guys have everything you need put together. Mm-hmm. You head up the. You head out from the Kind Line, the Gilded Line. The Kind Gilded Line, and you head to the main drag, and the town, the city is sort of separated into two halves. You have a gigantic central highway that leads up to a large plateau that holds the noble district. There is sort of steps and a sort of ramping built-out road that leads up, and a large gate that's sort of factored into the side of this mountainside. That's pretty precarious if you wanted to try to climb it, and then there's a mountain that continues up from the side of that. So it's pretty fortified area of the city. Where the noble district is, where the noble district is. The rest of the city is sort of built on the lower lands, and as you kind of get lower, you get more and more fields and sort of crop areas. So coming out from the Nightfire district, you guys head up to the gate to the noble district, and you see a handful of guards there. They're like, "Oi, oi, what's your business?"
I'm trying to get into the noble district.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the easy part.
Got it.
I'll sort of come to the front in my dress that's all purple and nice and silk and sparkly. There's a little bit of bells somewhere. We're attending a party tonight, and I believe these credentials might be important, as well as the,
One of them like nudges the other one like, "Oi, oi, she's got Grok's medal. How'd you get that then?"
acquired fairly.
Make a deception check. I should say deception or persuasion, because it's kind of right on the line, because technically it was fair.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll maybe re-roll for persuasion, because the first roll was not great.
All right.
Oh, also, let me check and see. Yeah. What?
I also kind of meant to do this, and I forgot. If you want an inspiration coin for that whole situation from last session, you can use that
nice.
as well.
Yeah. I also
Because it was gold. It
I
was
have
gold.
cos-
She got inspiration from watching goats fuck.
I mean, cosmic
wouldn't
omen
you?
wheel, so I can add to her rolls as well. But I'm just gonna re-roll for persuasion first. Try that out. That was the same.
Oh man.
All right.
You can
so-
still use. You can still
do you
use
want to
it
use
if
your
you want.
coin?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think I'm just gonna use that coin
Right
now.
away. Just want to make sure you knew you had it.
Yeah. Okay, that's better. And then
It's 2.
Oh god.
2 and 2, 14, much better.
14 plus.
Abilities. No, skills. Persuasion. 16.
16. Nice. Well done then. Nice. What about the rest of you lot?
We're champions of the arena.
One of the guys comes out from the gatehouse. He's like, "Oi, I saw them a few hours ago. They kicked ass. But I mean, they're fine."
And this is our bard friend.
Bard friend. Right. Make a persuasion check.
I mean, he has a lute and other.
Is there much persuasion that needs to happen there?
I'm also a tavern.
You also look crazy regal.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
Since when? Where?
I own a tavern.
No. What?
Since
Oh,
when?
in Cardinal?
Where?
No, Normal's Playhouse.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's a
Technically.
wandering tavern.
16. Yeah, natural 2.
No.
He kind of looks at you all like you're all super regal dressed, and you're speaking with authority and persuasion. And he's like, "All right, off you go then." And you guys enter the noble district. You notice right away that compared to the rest of the city, the buildings in this district are way more opulent. Like there's figureheads on every corner, there's inlay work in every joint, every building is absolutely exquisite, the landscape is flawless everywhere, there's a row of purple trees that adorn the entranceway, and there's just this sort of feeling of almost like a hedonistic sort of paradise as you walk into the city.
Right, well.
You see a gentleman in robes with two scantily clad people, one male, one female, as he walks down the street as his escorts. You see a number of people just sort of sitting, drinking the most expensive looking wine on benches that are adorned with gold and various other foliage. It's over the top.
Nice.
Yes.
Now that I've helped get us into the noble area, I'm gonna just kind of duck behind a corner or something and wild shape into a.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, yes. Stealth is important.
You do see a number of guards around too.
Yeah.
You also notice that the guards have various different colored sort of coverings over their breastplates that belong to all the different houses in the noble district. So there's no one order of guards. They sort of volunteer for guard duty, but they all are being paid by various nobles.
Now.
Plus your
But do you roll once or twice?
once. You actually have advantage on stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Well,
I don't know what from, but that's on D&D Beyond.
All right.
Just a little advantage.
Nice.
well, that still
Why
wasn't great.
did you roll that one? You said that it was
I
in jail.
know. 9 was my stealth check.
9.
Oh.
After rolling twice and adding a cosmic wheel.
Yeah, as you sort of try to duck around the corner, a guard follows you and is like, "Oi, you there? Who are you?"
Oh, yes, sorry. He's champion. I'm heading to a party. I'm so sorry. I must have gotten lost around the corner here.
How's Drakken?
What?
How's Drakken?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, it's that way.
Yes, thank you.
And he points and like it's the biggest house. It like lords over everything. It's the complete opposite direction you were heading. And he just sort of stares at you as you walk by. Make a persuasion check. Or I should say deception check, actually.
Okay.
They're the same.
13.
13. Natural 20. He sort of stares at you and just sort of keeps a pace behind you as you walk. Maybe about 15 feet behind you, just follows.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna sidle up to Dawn Collar and be like, no, I believe I'm gonna go in with you.
All right.
You still have an invitation.
You're my date.
And you have very nice clothes that you purchased from Serena during break. What do those clothes look like?
So it's a long flowing silky purple dress with gold accents.
Nice. Asking around pretty easily, you find where the sapphire pillow is to go try to talk to Goldwyn Haldwell. You get escorted in. There's someone at the desk like, can I help you?
Yes. You can.
What do you need then? Are you booking a room?
Wait, where are we at? Are we
You're
at
at the Sapphire Pillow, which is like a tavern inn, more of an inn than a tavern.
Why did we go there?
Be like to talk with Goldwyn Haldwell because that's where he's staying. So before the party, because you want to try to get Solaire in without having to give up her shield, or his shield.
We're here to speak with an associate / colleague.
I see. Is he expecting you? And this is where Bryn pipes up. He's like, I know where he is. Just follow me.
Okay.
And Bryn leads you down one of the hallways to a big double door, and he like knock. Actually, he doesn't knock. He just fucking opens it. He's like, Master Holdwell.
Initiate beard.
Sorry to bother you. I have someone here that wants to. He kind of only escorts you in. He kind of winks at all you guys to be like,
Oh shit.
so he brings Solaire solo into this giant big suite, and you see Goldwyn Haldwell
Are we
sitting
going into a bar?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, it's like a tavern, but it's more like a high-end hotel.
Okay.
Basically.
I'm just
in the
going to
middle of it.
excuse
inn that
myself to the
has a bar.
facilities so that I can wild shape in private.
All right, so we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So Bryn escorts you into Goldwyn's suite. He's sitting. He's a larger, dressed in like green robes, bald, beard, human. He's sitting at the fireplace in a chair. He's like, Bryn, who is this? And Bryn's like, I thought you might want a very skilled bodyguard in addition to myself. This is one of the best in the land. Maybe you remember them? And he looks at them. He's like, oh yeah, right. Broken statue. That lot.
How's it going?
I mean, yes, skilled, got it. I am only with one bodyguard today. How much do you need for the night?
What is?
How about you ask Bryn what he's getting paid?
I turned around. How much
He's
you
like-
getting paid?
5 gold. Huh? 5 gold.
5 gold.
Seems reasonable. Are you going to fuck things up like you did last time?
That was not my fault.
That's true.
Kale.
Oh,
Make a persuasion check.
I forgot about
What
that.
else do you say to try to persuade him to hire you? As he asks, he's like, well, I've already got one bodyguard. It is nice to show up with 2 because you got one on each side. It's a little cooler, but like,
You
First
never
of
know
all-
what could happen.
it's true.
While this is going on, I have my tankard against the fucking door trying to listen.
Try to listen to it. Awesome.
So what else do you say to try to convince Goldwyn to hire you?
That we'd like to I would like to make amends for my party causing problems for you.
So you want to do it for free then? Got it.
Sure.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
I don't need money. Persuasion?
Mm-hmm. That's only 5 gold.
Oh.
With advantage because you're forfeiting your pay.
That's the second time. That's the only two rolls that I've made so far.
Yeah.
Same dice, same number. Which is damn near a failure.
And change dice before you roll it.
See, that seems like I'm doomed to. I don't know.
14? Natural 2.
That's what I'm fucking rolling to.
He just looks at you, he's like, all right, yeah, it'll make me look cool, won't cost me anything, you're in.
Sweet.
Do you have an invitation to the party? Because I can't provide you with one of those.
Yes.
Being, yes.
Very well, so being my bodyguard will allow you 1 weapon, non-magical, and your armor only. If you want to store the rest of your...
Motherfucker. But the non-magical just had to throw that little bit in at the end.
Alethor is pretty paranoid. He doesn't want any unseen advantages.
Is that including the shield as armor?
It's magical.
It's not a weapon.
It's magical. Yes, it does.
You could try
Does
to...
it count?
Well, he said magical weapons.
But beyond, so beyond weapon.
Shield isn't a weapon.
Your armor might not be as big of a deal. Yeah. So it's up to you if you want to try to risk being caught with something magical or not.
Figure that out right this minute.
All right. Brennan's like, all right, thanks. We'll see you in a few minutes as we head over to the party. We'll stand outside the door when you're ready. Thank you, sir. And he leaves. And Brennan stands on one side of the door and kind of motions like, and you had to stand on the other side of the door. So now you're like employed
For free.
for free for the evening by Goldman Haldwell.
Alright. I guess we should make our way to the party.
Oh, before we do that.
So yes, so you go up to the front desk.
Darling.
So you go up to the front desk and inquire as to where the facilities are.
Yes.
That guard followed into the Sapphire Pillow
My God.
and sees you solo coming around the corner. Why, I would have. Aren't you with your friends all of a
I don't
sudden?
even think about it being.
I'm just looking for the facilities to freshen up. Is that okay?
Make a persuasion check. It's not deception this time because you're telling the truth.
I think it's
It's +2, yeah.
So it'd be 18.
You roll a natural 1.
Sure it is. Okay, well, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, 18. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, right. I'm sorry. That is rude, isn't it? I apologize.
Just a little bit, thank you.
Yeah. So then you ask the front desk lady, what do you want?
Yes, I was looking for the facilities to freshen up.
Yes, are you a guest here?
Well, actually, I'm just
She holds up one. I'm just kidding.
Get out of jail free card every time.
Yeah.
Just like, actually that's what the Heroes of the Road badge should be.
I suppose I have a room that's empty you could use the facilities in.
Thank you
Follow
so much.
me. She opens up the nearest door and allows you into a room and closes it. The guard does not follow.
Oh, good.
So what do you do?
Giving just a bit of feedback every now and then.
There's a little feedback every now and then. That's so weird.
Feedback like
Like microphone feedback, or is it buzzing? Is it
chewy noises.
describe the sound that you were hearing?
feedback's pretty specific.
I'll have to listen to it afterwards. I'm not sure. I don't see anything on my end what it would be, but I'll try to figure it out after the session.
We'll find out.
Well, before I wild shape, I'm going to crack the door ever so slightly, as foxes cannot open doors by themselves. And then I'm going to wild shape into fox.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll
Buzzing static, so.
Buzzing static.
creep out and
That's not ice machine.
Oh, was that the
It might be
theory?
ice
That's what
machine.
he-
Honestly, it's pretty loud, and it also could be one of the mics because they do that. So I don't know. Maybe one of the mics is going bad again.
Oh no.
Everyone
Yeah, I
tests
had-
connections.
I had one of them. One of them already did go bad, so I think I just need to get better mics. It's not the cables. I've run through.
These are
absolute-
good cables.
Yes, I've run through everything you could possibly imagine. I discovered that one of them was just a bad mic. Like the mic was just messed up, nothing to fix. So it could be one of them is starting to go out. But yeah, I'll experiment with that. Sorry about the buzzing static, everyone listening. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But I won't be able to do anything about it in this immediate moment, so we'll continue.
Okay, so wild shape.
yes. Making sure the door is ajar slightly,
It's a door, not
so
a
that
jar.
I can. Technically.
If you didn't do it, you beat me by like 2 seconds.
All right, so you crack open the door. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Ain't shit for that one.
Let's see. 21.
21. It's occasional and soft, so not much bother. Good.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Good to know. It might be when the compression slows down. If there's any kind of quiet, sometimes the ice machine does cut through in a pretty obnoxious way. So it might be part of that, or it might be one of the mics is going bad. Can't tell. 21. So yeah. So you start to open the door and you hear like a squeak start, and you instinctively stop, and you pull out a little flask of oil you have and just like, and then you got the door ajar enough, and you know it's not going to squeak when you go to fully open it later.
All right. I give it a few minutes. Wild shape into a fox, and then poke my nose into the door, poke around the corner, see if there's anybody watching.
You see the front desk lady not facing your way, but like standing in the hallway with the keys ready to lock up after you're done using the facilities. The guard is also sitting in the waiting room. If you can imagine like 2 hallways coming to like a waiting room area, you're in the second hallway. The rest of the party is down this way, and the front door is right here. The lady's waiting by the desk and this hallway, and the guard is sitting right next to the door.
Next to the door that I'm coming out of?
No, next to the front door.
Okay.
Not next to the door you're coming out of. There's no one right next to the door you're coming out of.
Okay. So I'm just gonna wander, make my way over to Vimic.
Okay, so you're going to try to sneak past.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Make a stealth check.
I'm gonna sneak.
I don't know if your fox form gives you any stealthy stuff.
That's a good question, actually.
I would say size-wise, you might get advantage. It seems to make sense to me.
Have you added it in your D&D
No, but I
log
can.
sheet?
I mean, I do get advantage on stealth anyway, so.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll again.
Nope, I'll take that first one.
All right.
15.
15. So
It's 2 more actually for the stealth.
the front desk lady.
2 more?
Yeah, that's +4 on the stealth, but
Oh, okay.
So 17.
17.
17.
Yeah.
The guard rolled a natural 19. The front desk lady rolled a 12. So you sneak behind the front desk lady's legs, and the guard is just watches you. So he looks at the front desk lady like, "Is a fox running around here?" And she's like, "What? No." And you work your way back, and you see Vivek and Ono and everyone else. And Ono, presumably because you have planned this, like, is ready for you to be his pet.
Oh, is it?
Either or.
Either or.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like jingles, and
I love it.
I pick Lubanzi up and I kind of swaddle her.
So just as you do that, as you pick up Jingles, the front desk lady comes around this corner like, "Sir, can you please keep your pet to yourself?"
I'm sorry, normally she nestles under my beard, but...
She just walks off. She walks to... Well, none of you see this, but you hear a... That's curious. Where did she go? So strange. And cut, lock.
Oh, she walked out the front door?
Regardless, yeah.
Why not just do the party?
But I'm going to walk and head over to the house.
All right.
Now we have a bag of holding coming into the party.
Yes.
Yay!
So yeah, anything you can't have on you for the party is presently in the bag of holding.
Yes.
That's the idea. On Lubanzi, wild shaped into a fox.
Yeah.
As the pet of Ono, are you going with that name, or are you going to use a different name?
I will go with Nordle.
Nordle.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. A previous name of mine.
Is anyone else doing alternate names?
I probably would do an alternate name because that's probably
Okay. So you can if you want to think of alternate names that you introduce yourselves, we're going to get to that point in a second. So you guys approach a bridge. There's quite a few guards on this side of the bridge, and they are checking invitations. You see Lolly and Ollie in the front, and they hand them off, and the guards are like, right, off you go. Goldwyn Haldwell comes out. Bryn nods to you to follow in a particular pattern, and you keep pace with Goldwyn Haldwell, make your way to the bridge. They check invitations, they check yours, they check Bryn's, they check Goldwyn's. They look at yours, they're like, it's not from the same time. Were you hired recently?
Yes.
Goldwyn's like, yes. A recent hire, pay no mind. And they're like, all right, off you go. And you cross the bridge. The rest of you...
No mind about the shield or anything?
No?
Sweet.
Don't ask if he doesn't say anything.
I'm just gonna ask.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Goldwyn's sort of known around here. It seems like it passed with an okay with the combination of the forged invitation and being a actual employee. It seemed like they didn't really pay much mind to it.
Okay.
The rest of you, how do you approach? What sort of are you all approaching as you know each other?
I'm going to separate from the party and kind of go in first.
Okay, so you approach. You've got a fox nestling in your beard.
Yeah.
Is it a red beard?
No, it's like dark brown.
Dark brown.
Yeah.
All right, so you got like reddish fibers like wrestling around in there, and you hand him the invitation. He's like, "Oh, so strange. This is so similar to a few I've seen today. What's your business?"
Well, I am a connoisseur of swords. I have my own establishment called Nordle Playhouse. So, wondering...
All right. So I've had enough. Off you go.
Thank you.
Just want to point out that Nordle's Playhouse does not sound like a bar.
It could be a gentleman's club.
Welcome to Nordle's Playhouse. Do you want a private show? Maybe a goat show?
Oh my god.
And so then it's Mikhail and Dawn Caller.
Did we want to go in together or be in line?
We'll be in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come up first.
I'll show the invitation, and I'm carrying Silent Cook Veluo.
It's getting worse.
More frequent and louder.
What the heck is going on?
Everyone stop talking for a smidge second.
Yeah, it's that one. The one, I think. Nope, not this one.
It's hard to tell.
You want to kill the music for right now?
There's not really anything I can do about it very easily, so I think we just move on and finish out the session, and I will address it later. Apologies for the sound issues.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it's another one of the mics. It's the only thing I can think of. So anyway, so you approach, and when you say,
I'll show them my note and let them know who I am and that I am a diplomat trying to invoke trade between silk companies and just trying to help them push along an actual trade agreement here.
oh, all right, fine. Like, all right, go ahead. Mikhail.
So I walk up and I sneakily toss in the bushes towards the front door.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Which no problem for you.
Well, so here's the thing, though. You're being checked at the river, which is still probably more than 60 feet away from the front door.
Oh, I didn't realize it was about a river.
Yeah.
We're going over the bridge.
Yeah.
You can probably. How, are you limited on the blink?
We can measure it, though.
In what way?
Like, how often you can do the blink thing?
3 times or 3 charges.
You wouldn't be able to get it from within.
I didn't know they
They're
were
right outside.
checking.
Could we have gone, or could you have
So
gone
it's-
by the river and then thrown it across the river?
That's what I'm saying. If you
I
if
see.
you even
yeah.
threw it across or
Past
near,
the-
and then once you got
Okay.
checked in,
Yeah.
blinked it back to you, and
Right.
then tossed it in a bush or something.
That.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
22.
All right. So yeah, you're walking by the shore. You sort of take a little, a large loop, and just and you go through, and they look at you, and they're like, "Right, yeah, you're with who are you?"
I didn't make up my name yet.
Yeah, as you say that.
Oh,
Right.
we're using our fake names.
Right.
All right, no name yet.
Or made-up name.
Got you. I'll just write down guest, no name yet. One word, right? No name yet? No name yet?
A member of the nameless.
Wait, isn't
Yeah.
your
Party.
fucking actual thing your other identity that you grew up with? Isn't she a noble already, or am I mistaken?
Not a noble of here,
Yeah,
No.
I don't know.
and that's the important part.
I mean,
Well, I'll give you
is
another
it
name.
though? You could just be a diplomat. Many diplomats tonight.
Where did it go? Okay.
Doesn't sound too bad to me.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they hear it, so.
Yeah, it might be a Twitch thing.
Yeah.
I think it's ambient sounds that sound terrible.
It's what?
There's
The
a lot of ambient sounds going on that are pretty hot. But anyway, so what'd you say? I have my headphones on.
Oh my god. What's my mom's name? Do you remember? What?
Oh, that's a good question. Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
I
I'm my
don't
mom's name.
think your mom had a name.
Please remember my mom. Megan.
Megan. So you introduce yourself as Megan.
Yep.
Right. And what are you doing here?
You're here for entertainment. You harlot concubine, you.
So, you know that people are here for trade. We're trying to show, like,
Establish connection.
and that, establish connections, and so.
That kind of sort.
So you say that?
Yes.
All right. Make a persuasion check. Say with advantage because you got a lot going for you. But you are dressed much more gothy and ninja-y.
Oh yeah, you didn't change.
17.
No, she did.
17.
Yeah, I did.
She has fancier versions of her clothes, but they're still like.
Her clothes.
Fancy clothes.
Yes. You said 17?
Yeah.
Also a 17. Natural 17. So he's like, I'm sorry, gonna have Isabella over here give you a quick pat down. Hope that's alright.
That's okay.
And a female guard comes over and checks, doesn't find anything.
No.
They're like, right, off you go. I'll have an eye on you.
Thank you.
And
Okay.
you start walking in.
And then I look back, make sure they're not looking at me.
Make a sleight of hand check.
$22.
21.
Oh,
We're keeping an eye on you. But you manage to just be like, put your hands in front of you as you're walking and just cloak it right in there. So you have your blink dagger on hand,
Yes.
unseen. And you all make your way into the party.
Working at the
party.
yeah.
We have the party members here.
Yes. So there's a bunch of these.
Oh, wait, what landed on me?
There's a couple of
Do we have a little
musicians.
Do we have a fox?
So there's two main rooms. There's a landing room as you enter, and then there's sort of like satellite rooms with a bunch of people hanging out. There's not specific ones.
Are we gonna
But
use
here's
this?
an Alethor. Alethor is right here.
Okay. Are we gonna use this as
That's technically Max.
Max?
Yeah, Bear is not with you.
Not Bear. Other bodyguard.
Oh, Bryn. Yeah,
Bryn.
Bryn. That's a better Bryn than what I had in mind.
Okay.
A better Bryn.
Better Bryn.
Who would they be?
What's that?
Who would they be
gold
guarding with? Where?
Oh, yeah, good point. We'll say.
I want to show everyone my new shield.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
We switched to map here, so people can see what's going on here.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
Because last weekend, well, I like the party, but yeah, that too.
It's pretty.
Yes.
I just
This
want to
is
show
the,
everyone here.
The Solaire Shield. I don't know how well that works.
Eh.
Give it a little turn.
I did. It's just taking a while to catch up. Let me turn the other way. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. I want to show people here.
What's that?
I want to show everyone here.
gotcha.
Because they didn't. It was only the three of us.
Right.
I
I
like
don't
the
care about them.
Sorry, 5 people out there.
I like the shininess of it and the shield.
But yeah, it's the shield that you. I didn't really do anything for the rest of it. Well, I think I gave him a little bit more. Whoa. The wash.
Oh, wash, yeah.
Dude, your vape
Yeah.
really loud.
Yeah. I've been backing up with that.
Nice.
So,
Yeah. So I don't know if that's what people are hearing.
It's
But I
entirely
haven't
possible.
heard anything specifically sound oriented, so that's good at least.
Did you?
It's mostly just us being loud and the mics being hot. Right, so you guys come in. You're greeted by a few people. A few people in the front, like, oh, welcome. Would you like anything to drink?
Oh, your finest glass of wine.
Very well. And they bring over a glass of wine, and as soon as the aroma hits you, you are like, oh shit, this is some fucking wine.
I like get up and start to like chitter and squeak.
I like do the wine thing, spin it around.
So the map is not really accurate to the space, but that's there, so we can have at least something to look at. It's not the fate. All right.
Thank you, Corinne.
Yeah, I keep like listening in, but I never hear it, so I don't know exactly what.
No.
I don't know. You'll hear it back on the stream, so.
I don't know. I will listen for it after the stream and try to solve that for next time. But so you guys are greeted by, a few people giving you like drinks and foods and stuff like that. Sorry.
Though it can be heard, Preston.
So what I was going to say is the map we have here is not fully accurate to the extent of House Drakken. There's a number of other little satellite rooms. There's a set of stairs that sort of are back here. There's a couple of doors that go that way. There's sort of a labyrinth of things, if you will. You're greeted by Alethor in person.
I drink my wine and think that it's like,
he's like, I have not had the pleasure.
hello,
Where do you all hail from?
Cardadal.
I see. Bernard, have you met this individual? As he introduces you to Bernard Holstead. I think that's his name. Yes, Bernard Holstead. And Bernard is like, oh, no, I have not. So you deal in silks then?
No. I am a connoisseur of different alcohols and whatnot for my wandering tavern.
A wandering tavern? What is this?
I make the door on the wall,
Oh my god.
What?
and I'm going to reimagine it to be a gentleman's club.
Oh my god.
Just be like, that wandering tavern.
Alethor looks at you and is like, as much fun as that would be, dispel magic, and the door disappears. He's like, let's keep things simple, shall we?
Oh, God. I'm drinking my wine.
Yes.
I'm like,
Which you know, by the way, just a straight up dispelling of something like that is pretty fucking up there.
Pretty baller.
Pretty baller.
I'm just
why are y'all all looking at me like this? Oh, fair enough. I am looking to trade with some of the people in the area to find more exotic alcohol.
Alethor's like, I see. It's kind of giving you the stink eye, like, just let's keep the opulent magic outside my halls, if you please.
No, absolutely.
Very well. Continue to mingle. What about the rest of you?
I'm here to try to entice silk trade in the area.
Another silk trader. Bernard, you're basically swimming in potential. Great. Carry on. And he sort of wanders off. A few less savory individuals sort of behind him, sort of ready where he is at. You see quite a few, well-dressed guests and stuff like that. What would you guys like to do?
I'm just gonna stick by.
So yeah, you're
and observe the areas.
so Goldman kind of I'm gonna make this guy Goldman. Wow. So
Looks
you
kind of
and,
like gold.
yeah, he kind of does. So you and you flank Bryn, and Goldwyn starts approaching people. And Goldwyn approaches Lady Trinta Hilgard. And he's like, Lady Trinta, giving like all of the bows, and like you haven't seen Goldwyn in a sort of less powerful position as he is now. He's like lower tier sort of trader. He deals in fish, and he's
Right.
yeah,
A
and he's
fish trader with 2 bodyguards.
he's like. I know you enjoy, or your house enjoys my freshwater fish, my exclusive freshwater fish in the city. Wouldn't it just be grand if there was more opportunity for this very special resource to be available in other parts of the world, perhaps here in Allkey and perhaps the Noble District? It is such a rare and exquisite opportunity. And she's just like, yes, Goldwyn, I get it. You selling fish. She's like, I'll talk to Alethor about it. Perhaps some of the restaurants and taverns in town would have a place for your freshwater fish. And he's like, thank you, madam. Your generosity knows no bounds. Thank you. She's like, yes. You do notice that when she speaks about Alethor, it's a very like familial, as in like, I will talk to my husband. They're not actually married, but like that sort of
That's
like
the
they are. She is positioning herself to be sort of co-regent. So people are approaching her with that intent, knowing that if you can get to Lady Trinta, you can get to Alethor indirectly. Whereas Alethor seems to be a little more hands-off on the actual business of the city, and she is much more concerned about things that are actually happening and takes care of a lot of that stuff. So you kind of pick up on that.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the rest of you doing?
Go ahead.
I asked for wine also,
Okay.
and I'm just like looking like proper, whatever, but casual at the same time, just checking out every vendor. Just walking around.
All right. Make a perception check. 7.
You don't have any
dragon.
bonuses?
Huh?
You don't have any bonuses to?
No, it's a +0 for perception.
Oh man. So you don't notice anything nefarious, and you're not picking up anything like specific. Mm-hmm. But it's a pretty open party. You do notice a lot of meetings with small, individuals, and a lot of like mingling. There's people like sort of crossing paths and introducing themselves over and over again. Mm-hmm. So you ask for a glass of wine, and the Dragonborn comes up and says, having a hard time fit in?
Typically, I can.
It's okay. Everyone's new here sometimes. Just go introduce yourself to someone random. They'll introduce you to everyone else. Here's some wine. It's really good. Good luck to you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
He's like, I'm not allowed to drink it, but black eyes be with you.
Oh, Mikhail.
Wow.
I know this isn't usually my thing, but I'm gonna try to sneak upstairs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a stealth check. And you've taken your armor off.
I have taken my armor off.
That's kind of cocked.
Really can't.
9.
9.
The other one was better.
So you start heading towards the stairs, and you see some of those nefarious individuals that were with Alethor sort of standing near the stairs. And as you watch for them to kind of look the other way, you start heading up. And before you get a few steps up, they're like, "Oi, upstairs is off limits to guest. Sorry."
I'm sorry. I was just trying to roam around.
Right. Just stay out from upstairs, right? Off you go.
All right.
I'm gonna go back over to Alethor,
Okay.
and I'll be like, listen, about earlier I explained why I'm here, but I'm not only looking for alcohol. I'm just trying to find substances to entertain my guests, if you catch my drift.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh God.
With disadvantage, because he's very suspicious of you.
6 and 9.
69.
So I win. I don't care what you say in a minute, I win.
That's still an 18.
You got some bard shit, dude.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, did you want to wheel it?
Maybe. I mean, it might not be
Oh.
necessary, but
Hang on.
Like why?
It might be. You said deception or perception?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. All right. Persuasion.
You can do either, honestly, because it is deceptive, but
Okay.
you are trying to persuade him to talk about something.
I'm going to use deception
Okay.
because I have advantage on it.
Okay.
So 9
rolls.
plus 8.
So
Okay.
So what? 17?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I see. Well, at this exact moment, it's not a great time to talk about such things. But I might know of someone unrelated to me, of course,
Absolutely.
who can provide such substances.
Absolutely. Would you gander who I might talk to for other, just alcohol and whatnot? Just a suggestion to the rest of the party of like who I should be talking to about stuff like that.
Yeah. If you speak with Justine Wellwood, you might find a path surprising.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Surprising.
And Justine, did he like suggest where she is?
Yeah, he pointed her out.
Okay.
You see a. I didn't put a
She's
description down. A half elf,
get rid of drugs.
Dude,
black hair.
Why you always throwing half elf women at me?
She is quite attractive. She is slender, youthful face, dressed to the nines. Sort of bell-shaped gown coming off of the bottom of her feet.
Where is Lolly right now?
Lolly is currently talking to Bernard.
Okay.
Yes. And trying to convince him that her ale would also go paired well with silk for some reason.
Okay.
She's not making much progress.
I'm going to grab Lolly.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, well, we're done talking. Or, well, not rude, but like,
Yeah.
just head over to this Justine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she's Justine is currently with someone you don't know,
Okay.
talking about some business stuff. So you come up and she's like, yes, this dream flake is quite a plague on our city. It must be abolished, absolutely. And you walk up and you say,
What a lady! And I bow and then like give a nudge to Lolly.
Lolly bows
Yeah. Okay.
to this crazy hot brunette,
Yeah.
as she's a crazy hot blonde.
I thought you said black hair.
What's
I
that?
thought you said black hair.
Oh, black hair, brunette. I don't know. Similar.
Whatever.
No, it's not.
Hello, my name is Norval. I own a establishment along with my colleague here. What bar does she own? Was it the?
The Rusty Skeever.
We're not going to say the name of that bar.
Okay.
Okay.
Lolly pops up. She's like, "Oh yeah, the Rusty Skeever."
Well, we're looking for exotic alcohols.
She looks at you like she just fucked up.
It's just like it's okay. We're looking for exotic alcohols and sorts like that to entertain our customers. And I was told by Alethor to come talk to you.
Justine's like, yes, I do specialize in imports and exports from all over the realm. We even have some wines from the Deadlands made by the Dragonborn. We have a hardy constitution, mind you.
The guests that she was talking with before, I'm gonna try to introduce myself to them and try to like push them aside so that you have more of a
Thank you.
private conversation.
All right, so you come up and he's sort of like standing there, like he was trying to get some business done with Justine, and you come up and say,
Yeah. Hi, I'm sorry.
Fake name.
Hello, my name is Fig Name.
Fic name? Fic name, not really?
Fakaname.
Carrion, I'm around the area looking for, trying to produce trade and push people into actually trading in the area.
He's like, pleasure to meet you, Carrion. Have you heard of the migratory patterns of Drovian worms?
I have not.
It's so fascinating. Let me tell you, I once was on an expedition to Droville, and I found the town to be quite exquisite. But when I came out of the town, I noticed all these little bumps, and I was so curious. I went, and he just starts talking your ear off about nothing.
I do not care,
All right.
but I will.
So you take a couple steps back. You wave over another dragonborn servant that comes by.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
That's going.
21.
21. As you're having this conversation, you're facing sort of where the front door goes to the back area of House Drakken. And you see 6 or 7 knoll guards, similar to the ones you fought at the tower, come through the entrance and just walk back to the back. Alethor, he's not bowing to them, he's like, go that way. And they go that way. The skeezy looking dudes kind of hanging out near him make way, and the knoll sort of militant looking guys kind of
So like this way?
yeah, basically. So they come in and they kind of like steer this way. Can you imagine a door here and a door here?
Okay.
There's also some doors back here, or I should say stairs back there that go up.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I continue talking to Justine.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, my friend here specializes in a lot of ale that we have not found anywhere else. And I myself have a very good brew at the capital right now. I'm talking about fucking Stein shit that's over at Trudva's. And we are...
Well, Trudva's is Trudva's.
No, the barrel that Stein left.
That was at Lolly's.
Okay, well...
So Lolly's beer is that's the reason why Lolly's beer is amazing is because of Stein.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, we've been working in succession together to make this amazing brew, and we've not been able to find it anywhere else, so you might be interested in that. I am not only looking for alcohol, I'm looking for other substances and whatnot that our customers may enjoy. Legally.
Phrase that he gave you.
Yeah, so
Legally, of course.
Justine looks at you like, right, legally, of course. And as she smiles, you see a little bit of black to her teeth. She's like, of course you wouldn't be talking about that evil, horrible substance, Dreamflake.
Oh, no, of course not.
Of course not. I'm very interested in this ale you have developed. Where has it come from?
Through the means of Lolly's Bar.
Lolly's like, right, I'm making it, and it's delicious. Me, I'm doing it.
And the benefactor of a former colleague of ours named Solit Stein. We have made this amazing brew who has bestowed it almost magical powers.
The fact that you're trying to take credit for this very often.
I'm just trying to sell the product. But yes.
Well, I will take into consideration your offer. It seems that we should talk more about your opposition to this scourge on our lands, Dreamflake.
Yes, it needs
seems
to
you
leave the
have
city, you mean?
you have indicated that you loathe it, correct?
Correctly.
That's what I heard. That you hate it with a fiery passion. So we should talk more
Yes.
about ridding it from our lands.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And putting it other places.
Perhaps we could talk about many things. And she sort of gives you like a wink, and Lolly's like, "Good." like a little poke in the belly.
Oh, well, possibly.
Oh, this is more than a business relationship. My apologies.
Yeah.
We'll keep it just business.
Perfect. And then I bow again, and then I say, time to dawdle with the others.
Meet me at House Wellwood's headquarters tomorrow morning, and we'll discuss.
Okay. I pull out, like, pin and quill.
Yeah.
All right.
9 a.m. sharp.
And then I'm going to go over and watch the entertainers.
All right.
Okay,
They're
as
average.
you're breaking off from the important people conversations, I'm gonna just like sort of nuzzle you on the cheek to indicate that I'm. Yes. Well, I'm trying to be unobtrusive.
So you take a bow, and you're like, okay, meeting made, and then Lubanzi's poking you like, dude, I'm a fucking fox.
I'm gonna go do my thing now.
Okay. I act like I trip or something, and then put my hand down so Fox can go.
Okay. So where do you do that at? Like, so you're kind of back in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it like right before you turn the corner.
Okay, so kind of like right here.
Yeah.
All right. So Alethor is right here. This is where sort of like everyone's hanging out.
Where is the upstairs
the
area?
upstairs area is kind of heading this way.
Okay.
Take the
right
runs
behind
out
him.
there.
I will
I
do
might
it.
actually have a fox. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you do, I think. Or a weasel.
Yeah, I think it was
I have
a weasel last time.
I have a few things. Let's go with cat because that seems more appropriate.
I think weasel is more.
Well,
I like
don't know if this is all right. Fine.
Or ferret or whatever.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, so
I love that I got these little animal things. I use them like more than some of my other random music.
yeah. So yeah, I trip and I get back up. I'm like, oh, I apologize, and then keep on going.
Okay, so I want you guys to make
To the room.
a combined sleight of hand check.
Oh God.
Actually, you do sleight of hand, you do stealth.
Okay.
So you're trying to like eject Fox Lubanzi out without anyone noticing, and Lubanzi, you're trying to sneak.
All right.
17 for sleight of
All
hand.
right.
It's ridiculous.
17 for stealth.
Fucking yeah. Yeah. So
I'm spiritually
you trip.
high-fiving you right now.
you trip over and like you put your arm this way, like to catch yourself.
Yeah.
Knowing that that's gonna fucking hurt like a motherfucker, but you do it to block
Funny bone.
the view. So you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you just land on your side extra hard, and you go, ah, fuck, to kind of create like an extra distraction as Fox Lubanzi like runs past you this way between like the legs of someone else kind of that you fell next to, and then around the back and up the stairs.
And I get back up, and then continue towards the entertainers, and then I'm passing Alethor, and I'm like, I apologize.
Maybe a little less drink for you.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
But it's so good.
But thank you for suggesting the conversation I just had. It seems
Of course.
most beneficial. So, yeah.
We can't have too little awareness for our kinds of business.
Absolutely. And I'm going to then excommunicate from that conversation and go towards the
The
entertainers.
bards, yeah, so they're average, well below average. They're good for the sake of the party, but in the grand scheme of entertainment, you're not impressed.
We've done better.
Yes.
I'm going to go back over to Alethor. I'm like, would you like some actual entertainment from the lands of Cartadal?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. That is a 16 plus fucking whatever. It's a 24.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I was just telling you. Okay.
24.
24. Alethor is like, ah, a performer. By all means. And he snaps his fingers and he points to the bards, and they're just like,
Okay.
yeah.
And I will play for 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Nat 20.
All right, so for this,
Hang on. What is that? That's a 32.
Wow.
so So there's like a little bit of music going in the background, as Ono takes the stage, this sort of magical sort of atmosphere takes over, and like people from this room start hearing like, what is going on?
The best song in the world. It was the best song in the world.
Even Alethor is like, oh, this is quite exquisite, and like most of the guards.
You want to move me over there?
Yeah.
During this time, could I like move over to Mikhail?
That's kind of why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Distraction.
Yeah. Basically, I'm gonna let them know to check out this way. There's some knolls there.
Okay. I nod my head and I go check it out quietly.
Right before you do, you see a few guards come out of that door and go check out the music that's being projected throughout the entire manor.
I take the opportunity to go.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage.
God, this is the perfect time for me to roll an at 20 because everyone will remember us.
Think of all the performance.
Stealth?
Yeah.
19.
19. So you easily enough, you work your way past there, and there would have been some guards there right at the other side of the door, but they, right as you were about to bolt that way, came coming out to hear the music. You see sort of a hallway with a couple of doors on each side.
Do I notice anything special about
Make a perception check.
0? It's a natural 1.
Nice. Yeah, there's no footprints or anything that's discernible. You may have to poke your head in each one and see what you see.
Are there keyholes that I can look through?
Yeah.
Oh, I would like to do that.
So you come up to the first door. Think of it like a checkerboard of doors going down. There's about 4.
Okay.
So you poke your eye through the keyhole of the first one. Make a perception check.
Perception? Okay, 14.
14. So you look in there. You see kind of basically like a meeting room. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of like papers or anything like that, or anything that seemed like it would be of interest.
Okay.
It seems more like just a general like, come back to my room and let's have a quick chat.
Okay. So look in the next room.
All right. Roll a perception check.
2.
2. This one seems to the keyhole seems a little more complex, and normally the mechanisms for unlocking a door are contained within the sides of the keyhole. This one seems to have an extra element that's in the front of the keyhole. You can't see through it.
Can I use these?
No, thieves' tools, you mean?
These tools, yeah.
I'm just talking to the keyhole. How you doing?
Yeah, as you go up to check the door, you find that it is locked. So if you want to try to unlock it, go ahead.
Yeah.
So it's your.
Unlock it enough to where I can look through the keyhole.
It's based on the way the door is constructed, so
Okay,
you won't
so,
be
yeah.
So
Okay.
if you want to open the door, you can do that.
Yeah, quite good.
So it'd be your proficiency bonus plus dexterity on your roll, because you're proficient with thieves' tools.
Okay, so that plus proficiency bonus? 18.
Plus your dexterity.
Oh, that's dexterity?
Yeah.
Well, at the top?
Yep.
22.
22. Yeah, easily enough. You're like, takes you a few seconds, and you look in there. You see a study, office type of thing. Large library, desk, papers strewn about the desk within this room.
What kind of
Taking a
stuff
quick look around, you don't see anyone else in there, assuming that it's because it's locked.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be anyone else in this kind of a room.
I go inside to look at the papers on the desk.
Okay. You find a stack of papers with the letterhead of House Hilgard which is strange because you're in House Drakken. I would say make a general intelligence check here.
It's a natural 3.
Natural 3. It's hard.
Wait. Oh, it's a saving throw. Intelligence is the one at the top.
Yep.
5.
5. It's kind of hard to discern what exactly these papers mean.
Can I take them anyway?
You can take them for sure.
I'll take them.
Okay, so yeah, there's several. There's some blank ones. There's a stack of like blank House Hillgard letterhead, signed Lady Trinta.
I'll take.
But there's nothing on it. And then there's some that has handwriting that's different than the signature on the letterhead.
I take a little bit of each papers. However much I can.
You can take all of it if you want.
Yeah, I'll take all of it.
So you take a big stack of papers, throw it in your backpack, and out you go. There's 2 more doors.
I'll look in the other doors.
Okay.
I check around me and making sure no one's.
Make a perception check.
Oh fuck! Why is it always perception?
Because you're looking.
Because you're looking.
8.
8. The magnificence of the music coming from the other room is permeating.
Okay.
You can hear it from here.
Okay. Cool. I'll look at the next door.
Make a perception check. You're looking for the keyhole again, I guess.
Okay. 16.
16. This one you can see through the keyhole, and you can get pretty good angles on it. It looks like just a general bedroom, not a lot of stuff in it. But you see a pretty grand-looking bed, pretty comfortable looking. Nothing of immediate interest.
Can I tell, like, maybe whose bed it is?
Not from the keyhole. You probably have to try
I'll
to
look
go
inside.
in. Okay, it is locked.
I do these tools.
All right, do it. Can you roll another performance check to hold the crowd?
14.
14.
It's only 30 minutes.
But as you perform, as you keep going, as Michaela's trying to infiltrate to make sure you can keep the crowd as engaged.
That's a 14.
14.
Well, hold on. I'll add a 6. 15.
Yeah.
So you rolled
Dang.
2.
Yeah. So 15 in total.
And I added a 1 to it. Yay.
So yeah, as you unlock this door and open it, you suddenly hear the music, not as well as you did. You still hear it. It's just not as interesting and as engaging as it seemed like it was.
You lost 50% of the interest of people.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't notice anything in the bedroom.
If you want to make an investigation check to kind of poke around the bedroom, I'll say this will also take about a minute to really investigate.
9.
9. You try to be careful in this room, and you don't want to disturb too much. You do find in a drawer, not well hidden, a journal. It is Alethor's.
Oh, okay.
And it has cryptic notes in it. Nothing really sharply incriminating as you toss through it really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
There may be more to it.
I put it back.
Okay. Yeah, one more door if you want to look.
Yep. I'll look at the last one.
Okay.
And I'm closing the doors as I go away.
Okay.
By the
And
way.
locking them. I'm assuming?
Yes. Oh, fucking come on. Okay, what is this again?
Perception.
5?
5.
I will
Yeah, this-
add a 3 to that.
Right. Yeah, with an 8, you come across another door that's got a little bit more of a blocking lock. And you're unable to peer into the room without unlocking it first.
I use these tools.
Okay.
Am I limited on how many?
No, you can just keep going.
Oh, okay.
And basically, you have a set, and if they break, then you might have to figure out how.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. 14.
14. This one proves to be a smidgen tougher than the last lock you did. it's comparable to the other one, which you didn't. You managed to find the right combination a little bit better. This one is, although it's similar in construction, the pins are arranged slightly different and just evades you in that time.
Can I try again?
You can. The DC will be higher.
Okay. Fuck.
So I rolled again
8.
just to see if you wanted me to continue.
Why do you even suggest that? Because what if it's lower?
You
So
would be
2?
bringing it up if it wasn't. If it was.
I rolled another nat 20.
Okay. So as you're going through this next door, you hear the music gets much more enticing. You're almost like distracted by your task at hand, and then you're like, "Oh, that's right. That's the distraction
You're doing
for me."
so well that it could even be distracting for your own party.
But yeah, so this magical music
I respect
continues
that.
again, and you hear from down the hall the door you came through like start to open, and you hear like talking from back there, like, we should probably get back to work, and they're like, oh, this is a good song though, let's go back, and they close the door right as you're like picks in the door, like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna try again.
okay.
Sorry, real quick. What happened to my cool thing?
Was this area that she's investigating the area that I was gonna
No,
go?
different one. So we're gonna get to that in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try for that lock again.
Okay.
18.
18. You manage to figure out that one of the pins is repositioned in a way different from the other lock, and you find that click, and you're like, "Got you!" And you open the door. You look inside. You see it's really dark in this room. Where the other rooms had at least a lantern going, you can't really see what's in this room from the dim light that's out in the hallway.
I have a lantern.
I have 56.
Okay.
Yep, 30-foot radius.
Okay.
Yep.
As you light this lantern, you bring a match up to the inside of it, and you put it past the doorway and hold it up to see what's inside this darkened, mysterious room, the contents of which you have no idea. You see that it's a storage with nothing interesting in it. Just some building materials, various paints.
Well played.
Wow.
Okay.
A few food supplies. There's not any liquor back here. Nothing worth stealing. General storage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Alright, I go back out, and I'm second guessing whether or not to grab the journal, but I also don't want them to be suspicious that someone has seen it.
You've already
so-
stole all of the letterhead.
Yeah.
What's that?
You stole all of the letterhead
I did.
and some of the notes that were written on the desk. So
Can't you cast invisibility?
That's what I was looking at, but I don't know why I don't see it anymore.
You might have swapped out spells. I don't know.
Maybe.
But because I remember that you were able to cast
Yeah.
invisibility on yourself.
See invisibility, but not. Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Wait. Potion of invisibility. I have that.
you did have the spell at one point. So
I did at one
yeah,
point.
we figure that out later.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
I don't think I can do anything else.
So how do you want to make your way back to the party then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Making sure all the doors are closed and locked.
Yep. You make sure the doors are closed and locked. You got the materials that you came in after. Make a stealth check to get back out to the main part of the party.
Nope. There you go.
That was a natural 20 on the floor.
22.
That's not a natural 20. Yeah, so you open the door, and there are two guards with their backs to you right outside the door. You close the door behind you, and within inches, you scoot around the wall behind their back, and then kind of come out the other side, walk right by a dragonborn with a plate of drinks, grab one of the glasses of wine, walk right past the guards, cheers them, and go back to the party to watch the rest of the show. So that brings us to Labanzi in fox form.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Is Labanzi close by to where I was looking at?
I would say not super close. What are you looking at?
Giving them a portion of invisibility.
You could say you may have done that beforehand, but also Lubanzi's in fox form, so they can't really use the potion anyway.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
I go back.
It's like feeding a
Crap.
cat pills.
Yeah.
I'm like, take it.
I mean, I guess you could have. Well, we've gone
it's
too
fine.
far past to say that you had done that retcon style. Lubanzi is already upstairs in fox form. You see another sort of row of doors. This one's a little more equilateral. There's 6 doors upstairs.
Was this happening at the same time with Mikhail, or?
Yeah, basically the same time.
Alright.
Yeah. So we'll say like you have music good, music not as good, music good, sort of sandwich to do these actions.
Music sandwich.
Yes. So you see a row of 6 doors with a wall at the back.
I will. And there's no people.
There doesn't seem to be.
No.
Yeah, there was a number of guards guarding the bottom of the stairwell, and there was also 2 at the top. But you managed to, under the commotion and everything else, just be a whoop, and managed to get upstairs.
I will unwild shape so that I may perhaps open doors
Okay.
and investigate around the area.
Okay. Make an investigation check, just generally.
14.
14. This area is a little less secure than the area that Mikhail went into. None of the doors are locked. You sort of peek in, looking through keyholes and things like that. It's basically bedrooms. There's a number of bedrooms. A few of them seem lived in. Some of them seem like they have been pretty pristine for a while. It may be that a few of the guests from out of town are staying with Alethor. Mm-hmm. One of the bedrooms is particularly well decorated, rather lavish, and seems well lived in. With a couple of chests in there and stuff like that.
I'll look in there.
Okay, make an investigation check for this room.
15.
15. Yeah, you find some very nice clothes for a femme type person. You recognize the style as being Serena's in make, who made your own dress. So a lot of the stitch work and stuff like that from what you're wearing matches that. You start to kind of make a connection with Lady Trinta, who is also wearing similar clothes.
Okay.
With more investigation, you find personal writings from Lady Trinta to further confirm that Lady Trinta uses this as a second bedroom, even though she also has her own house in the Noble District that she's got her own giant bedroom in. Mm-hmm. This is a spare bedroom that she has made her own sort of getaway. She has journal writings and some extra clothes and things like that in this room. Most of the journal writings you look at are dates with Alethor, talking mostly nothing seemingly important, just sort of cataloging her day of the day, right? You do find a small chest on one of the shelves, unlocked, and as you open it, there is a necklace inside it that is gold and has a little silver moon hanging from the bottom of it.
Okay. Anything else interesting in there? Or?
That's about it. Just the general decorations. The pictures on the walls are a little nicer than some of the other rooms. That's about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I'll excuse myself back out of the room, close the door.
Leaving everything in there. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, so if you want to make your way back to the party, or how do you want to do that?
I'll just poke around in a few of the other rooms just to make sure,
Okay,
like the ones that are a little bit
sure.
more lived in.
Make a general investigation check.
19.
19. You find the room of Bernard Holstead. You find some like general business papers. I like silk. I want to sell silk. Where can I sell silk? How can I get more silk? That's the general premise of his
Right.
of his room. But he has a room at House Drakken. One of the other rooms you also find has not as lived-in feel, but you see a few notes from Justine Wellwood. With a 19, you find a note. All it says is,
Mouth breathing.
This cracks me up. I just
continue
sit
working,
right at the end and just stare around.
or it says,
What are you doing?
continue fostering a relationship with the Dragon Reborn.
Freak.
Continue fostering a relationship with the Dragon Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Reborn.
The Dragon Reborn. Not the Dragonborn, the Dragon Reborn.
What about all the Dragonborns that could have been the Dragonborn, but you just chose a fucking Nord?
What? I'm sorry. Does it have any?
You stop paying attention for a single second, you get backstory lore.
I was the cats.
No, I got you. So, that's with all the rolls you've made. That's what you can find up in this upper area.
Okay.
You wild shape back, presumably.
I'm just gonna poke my head around a little bit longer and see if there's anything else that's
Okay.
like, just sort of poke around and see if there's anything like I can find that might be hidden or.
All right. So as you do that, you notice that the music gets a little less enchanting, and you hear some footsteps coming from down the hall as you're in one of the rooms. The door is currently open, and you hear footsteps.
Or I'll just close it really quietly.
Make a sleight of hand check.
20.
20. So yeah, you manage to and you hear and then the music gets good again. Oh, right, that's pretty nice. I'm gonna go there. But yeah, as you continue to investigate, all the rest of the rooms seem as spare rooms. Nothing really interesting in them. It seems if you've turned everything over as well as you can for what's up here. So how do you get back down?
I'm just gonna take a chance and wander back down as myself.
Okay. So you get to the bottom of the stairs, and two of the guards are like, where'd you come from?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I lost my way to the facilities. If you could point me in that direction, I'm very much in need of a restroom.
You see
break.
that door that says restroom?
Oh,
That door.
Wait, his house has a door that says restroom?
So yeah, it's the other way. So like the restroom, you see people coming and going this way, more casually than this way.
Yeah.
And you see very few people going upstairs.
Yeah.
So the other door, that's where some of the more public restrooms are and rest areas and other rooms that people are hanging out in.
Okay.
All right, so make a persuasion check.
17.
17.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, off you go.
Thank you.
So yeah, as you guys reconvene and Ono finishes his epic performance.
God.
Everyone claps. Mikhail and Lubanzi are like,
I
and like winking towards you guys, like,
Yeah, I leave the stage. I'm like, thank you, and then like put the loot on my back. And I go over to Alethor is his name, yes? Mm-hmm. Okay, I go over to him. I'm like, thank you for having me. This was a wonderful time. And
Well, it sounds like we may be doing business in the future.
yes.
Perhaps. And Alethor turns to Libanzi and is like, I don't believe we've had the opportunity to become acquainted.
Oh, hello. Yes. Well, it just so happens that I've more recently come into the area, and I just, became acquainted with Grok, as you will.
I see. He's lending you his prowess in exchange for prowess?
You could say that.
Very well.
We have confidence.
So yeah, Mikhail has some papers, and you have a few things. You guys want to try to communicate that to fellow party members?
Yes.
Or would we want to leave?
I don't want to
and do
Yeah,
that?
is there much to be gained by
I don't-
doing that? Wow.
Well, so
don't think I
keep in
found
mind what
anything.
Callahand told you, that this is the dual opportunity. Find stuff and then communicate it to the nobles.
Right.
Because you might not have another chance to interact with them.
Oh, okay.
Bernard, Goldwyn, Justine, and Lady Trinta are all like the main nobles. They gave you some notes
I'm
on
going
each one.
to come to you.
Okay.
And I'm like, so how's the night treating you? Wink, wink.
Do you know if anyone in our party can decipher code or see?
Will comprehend language go through Go?
It's in plain language. It's just Mikhail couldn't make sense of what any of the writings meant. It wasn't in code. It's just there was a lot of information that didn't seem to
It was
immediately
very
make
vague.
sense to you. And you were under the pressure of like trying to
Yeah.
get stuff.
Okay, I thought it was like
And my
different
music's
languages.
distracting, apparently.
Okay.
So,
Well, you did see that there was different writing on the letterhead. So someone is
Right.
using her letterhead
Yeah.
for something.
Yeah.
Did you actually grab one of those or just the blank?
She grabbed all of
I
it.
got all. Yeah.
She grabbed the blank
I thought
letterhead.
it was just the blank ones.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you
And it's a
gonna do
letterhead
with that?
of
I was like, what's
Lady-
that gonna prove?
It's a letterhead of Lady Trinta Hilgard.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
What?
I mean, that on its own isn't
But it wasn't in her room either.
Yeah. So
we can't
that's
really
sus.
prove that after
No.
you've removed it from the room.
no.
Right.
That's
Well,
what
actually,
I mean, what
yes,
I
you
can
can.
tell, what I can
Kind
say
of.
is that her second bedroom that she's staying in was the one that I looked in.
The
So-
written one.
That's I was talking about
Yeah.
the blank stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can compare the written one to the blank stuff and make basically saying, hey, you didn't write this.
Right. I was talking specifically just about the blank. I was just saying that
Okay.
it doesn't matter. But I was talking about just the blank stuff.
Okay.
I don't think this is a thing that I want to double check. Does see invisibility work on objects?
Yeah. If it's invisible.
Only reason I ask because it's a self casting
Yeah,
thing.
you'll see.
But it says you see invisible creatures and objects.
Yeah.
As if, hi. I just want to double check.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So I have a thought. I am going to talk to you, figure out what you learned, and same with you. And then I'm going to go over to Goldwyn.
Well, first, let's figure out if you
Yeah.
can learn anything from what you
Yeah.
found out. So is anyone else sort of like kind of getting the clue to like, rally?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm with him, but yeah.
All right. How do you guys sort of guise this to be not conspicuous?
Is there like a bar table kind of?
Yeah, there's a number of tables. Yeah. You can,
Yeah.
Go sit down at the table.
Yeah,
Have
I
some
think
drinks?
just slowly, like, individually trickle in.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of all wander in. You would not be able to do that because you're stuck with Goldwyn.
Yeah.
So
I figured I'm not really.
yes,
able
you're there.
to-
You're there in case shit goes down.
That's it.
Yep. And you don't want to not have your shield. That's the.
And I also don't want to draw attention to myself.
Yeah. So you're with Goldwyn, but the rest of you, kind of convene at a table. What do you say?
Carrion?
Yeah.
That's your name that you have right now?
Yeah, Carrion.
Carrion. I'm trying to figure out if we have any shipping manifests that will be coming into stock soon? I remember that Megan and I were talking about that. Do you have them on hand?
The papers? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see the shipping manifest.
I, like, secretly, discreetly...
Make a sleight of hand.
Okay.
It's not super weird to have... Oh, no, natural one.
23.
Yeah. It's not super weird to pull papers out at these kinds of parties. So, yeah, you're showing papers.
Okay.
They're checking them, but you're trying to keep the letterhead secret. That's sort of the idea.
You're going by Lubanza here?
I'm gonna go by.
Jangle?
Probably won't matter because you're from the dynasty.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's fine. Lid, yes.
Okay.
So
just
if
call
you
me
guys
Lulu.
want to each make intelligence checks to try to like look
Yeah.
through the papers real quick.
All right, let's get the dumb person to do it. Not 20.
11.
Oh, that's the third one. Oh, God.
Okay, that's a 7, not a 1. Cool.
so-
Investigation was
Intelligence of 21.
21, okay.
8.
So you guys are looking these over. Lubanzi's like, I mean, they look like sort of general shipping orders. I don't know. You're kind of picking up on like, is this with some of the people from the Crystal Dragon? And you're looking at it like, oh my God, this is the entire operation of Dreamflake on paper, right here with House Hilgard letterhead.
So it seems like they are fronting with House Hilgard just to get it legal or whatever?
What you pick up is that House Hilgard has nothing to do with the import of Dreamflake. It is House Drakken that is fencing through House Hilgard without them knowing. Presumably without Lady Trinta knowing
Trinta wants
who
to know about
Alethor is dating.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So fucking smoking gun.
Snap.
So I turn to the rest of the party that's around me. I'm like, it seems like our shipper is going through a secondary courier. If you get what I'm laying down.
Do we decipher this?
Yeah, so you guys figure that out. Now you have to decide what you want to
Speak
do
thieves'
about talking to
Did you tell
nobles.
us about your conversation with
Justine?
Justine?
Yeah, so Justine and me were talking about the procurement of alcohol and other things that my customers might be interested in.
Okay.
And we might be meeting tomorrow on a meeting. And also with Alethor being not present, but a part of this.
Okay. And she was very against Dreamflake?
Absolutely against, as we all are.
Yes. Do I pick up on
Yes,
that? Yeah.
the sarcasm is palpable.
So
Were her teeth...
well, they were the standard shade, as it were.
Standard.
Okay.
Standard
Again, the
shade,
sarcasm is
as it were.
black.
Okay.
Black sorry.
Black as eyes.
So we probably don't want to talk with her because she's probably one of the people that is helping fence this
Yeah.
stuff.
No, that's actually why I would like to talk to her.
Oh.
To understand where they're doing it and possibly get rid of it. I'm not saying this aloud, but
Right.
yeah.
But I think we need to act now, at least talking with the Lady Hilgard.
Yes, yeah.
Just,
I also want to talk to the guy that Solar's protecting.
Golden.
Golden.
Okay. So who do you talk to first?
You're
still planning?
Ace can go first.
Okay.
I was going to say,
Okay.
so before we do anything, I just found this strange note and I don't understand what it
yeah.
means, but continuing fostering a relationship with the Dragon Reborn? What is that? What does that mean?
You want me to roll an intelligence check?
You guys, none of you would know what the Dragon Reborn is. Strangely, the only person that would is not at the table.
Oh no.
I'll save it
Not
for
be
later.
able to,
You wouldn't be able to say much on it anyway.
yeah, not be able
But-
to discuss the divulge.
Okay, alright, so that's a note for later.
Okay.
We will discuss that item when the time comes. And so as you were, good talking with you, and then I'm going to go and talk to what's his face, but you can go first.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you going?
I'm gonna grab one of the letters and one of the blank letters.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk up to Lady Hilgard and try to start up conversation in just general.
She's like, and yes, what business would you like to tend to?
I was trying to discuss trade and whatnot, and you seem to be the person to go through about that, because you have a lot of.
It is true. I handle
Influence.
much of the ins and outs of this region.
And it seems like your letterhead has been used.
Right in.
What do you mean?
Well, you might not believe this, but trying to get rid of the scourge of the crystal dragon.
Absolutely. Crystal dragons. Deplorable.
Yeah. And the trade of Dreamflake is awful. What
Absolutely.
it does to people.
Well, did she say that sarcastically?
No.
Okay, all right.
If you want to make an insight check.
I will make an insight
Yeah.
check. 13.
13. She's really not trying to hide anything. She's very intrigued, like agreeing with you emphatically, like,
Yeah.
well, yes, of course.
So you would be flabbergasted if your name and family name was used for trade of it.
What evidence do you have of this accusation?
From Ardfell? Or
Alethor.
Alethor's room.
She looks at it, a couple of the papers, looks at the handwriting, pulls out a love note from her pocket, looks at the handwriting, compares it.
Now, I know this is a lot, but I'm trying to get him out of
She
here.
folds the papers. Yes, we can do business.
Yeah.
I see what you're selling, and I agree.
Justine doesn't follow our agreement,
Really?
but follows Alethor's.
I shall act independently on this agreement of ours. I shall tell no one
All right.
until it is time. We should discuss this further, perhaps at my house. Tomorrow, 9 a.m.
Oh, brown chicken, brown chicken.
9 a.m.
Indeed. See you there.
See you there.
Splitting the party.
So as you guys reveal this tremendous bombshell of information on Lady Trinta Hilgard, and collect other pieces of information to later divulge to Callahand Rustybeard and ignite the resistance against the Crystal Dragon in Allkey, we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, damn it, I wanted to talk to what's his face.
We'll get to that, but we're past 9,
It's
11
getting
minutes.
late for
Yes.
people.
All right. Thank you all out there for joining us. This was an amazing session. It was one of my dream sessions to run as a delicate political dinner party. Really fun for me, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to the players.
You're not going to hear me complaining about not being able to play.
You got to keep your shield on you, which is
Exactly.
the most important thing to Solar.
Exactly.
So, yes.
Success.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We have a very small following, but we love all of you, and we enjoy having the stream
Small,
going,
mighty.
even if it just for us to know what's happening.
Yeah.
So thank you again, and we'll see you probably next month, somewhere in there.